Yep, we are now. You're probably going to notice something is immediately different.
Hang on, I gotta find the link.
I'm going to, like, post that both in the chat here and in a couple of other places.
Cool. Oh, I love that.
What?
The little icon.
Oh, you actually got that working.
Yes, I did. It took way too long.
He sent me the work in progress of this yesterday, and I was like so confused of what the fuck it was.
It's still not completely finished, because, like, I was gonna, like, put down, like, just like a teapot thing underneath, you know? Where are we?
Yeah.
If the thing would load, please. Discord has been acting weird for the past few days.
I have a drumstick.
I'm sorry about the very repetitive, like, game select music here while I type this out.
What
We
kind
at
of
least
drumstick?
select one of the 3 games. Or are we just gonna do them in order, or are we gonna go in random order for this?
I'm gonna be doing them in order.
Alright.
Also, for the sake of everyone's sanity, I don't think I'll start with Iceman like I usually do. Like,
Yeah, you should start with Fireman.
like, let's be completely real here. Like, I can do the footholder segment, but I don't think anyone wants to sit here and watch me do the footholder segment.
You might, you never know.
There we go. That's posted in a couple places. I'll also pester Olvin about this. Just in case, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Also should probably not have my, cursor on screen. I don't know if you guys can see that.
I don't see anything.
No, I don't see it. I see
Okay.
my cursor, but that's because it's
Okay.
on screen and I'm on full screen.
Okay. I'm also going to post the link over in a different chat just because, like, full disclosure here, I'm only playing this really because, like, my sister requested, like, I play a Mega Man game.
And this was just the one you had on hand.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably the longest classic Mega Man game we could play.
Yeah.
Because we can't play 11 yet.
It's slight warning here. It's just that this game is really, really bad about screen-wide flashing effects.
You don't have to tell me, I already know. I just recently played through the damn game again. Yes.
like, at the most, like, that's how much sliding is going to help me here. Just getting past areas where there's nothing to do but walk, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I can get out of the way of these tackle fires a lot faster, but hey. Overall, I wouldn't call that super useful, you know?
Yeah, it's more of just, hey, now all three games play literally the exact same. There is no difference. Holy shit, your slide is fast in this.
Yeah. Okay, random thing here. These fire jets, this flamethrower thing. I like this obstacle, but like as a kid, I never saw this thing as like a fire jet. My dumb kid brain like interpreted this thing as like a thing shooting out like a really long like spaghetti noodle at you.
You're being attacked by Chef Boyardee.
I don't really see it.
I don't either. And like, I'm the one who sees weird stuff, so it's like, the fact that I don't see it really says something.
It was like, hey, there's a yellow noodle and there's just like sauce flying everywhere. I was never good at like reading graphics, okay?
That's fair.
Now we gotta somehow make a joke out of this and make Pasta Man. And that just returns with a spaghetti sauce.
He's already an Natty.
No, but that's Udon.
No, that's Noodle Man. Like, he's literally just called Noodle Man, isn't he?
I thought it was Udon.
Udon Man was a robot master in X-Over.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he was called Noodle, I just can't remember.
Is he? I don't remember.
To make things even more confusing, he did like a shape-shifting thing, copied Guts Man, and they just called him Nuggets Man from that moment forward. I don't get it. Also, this entire conversation is going to sound completely deranged to anyone who doesn't have like the immediate context.
Nuggets Man.
He's taken over the Wendy's. You have to fight for everlasting fast food, Mega Man.
Fuck that. I'd let that bitch rot. Wendy's nuggets are awful.
I will fight you over this.
Listen, I don't like. I'm gonna be real. I have a very picky choice when it comes to chicken nuggets. As much as I don't like Chick-fil-A, they are up there. But if I'm getting
Anyways, yeah, this is Fireman's
chicken
pattern.
nuggets from like anywhere, can I go get it from like fucking?
Fascinating, right?
What's it?
Fireman, he's really easy, actually.
You just stand still and face to me. Wait, he now just stick. Oh right, he has a proximity thing.
Yeah, like, his pattern, it now tries to stay, like, a consistent distance away from you.
That's probably why I noticed him being so much weirder than the original. Still probably more balanced in the version in Powered Up.
Oh, yeah, I should also focus in the other thing. You know, I keep forgetting to, like, socialize in like, Discord servers I'm in. You know? It's like, there's like I have like a bunch of different like people I could be talking to, and instead my brain is like, nope, you're going to hyperfixate on like this one fan fiction for like 10 hours.
And talk to the one person you will not let.
Honestly, Swindle, I only talk to you like on a daily basis because it's like part of the routine now.
I am the routine. Just like, I need to talk to someone. Get the goddamn idiot on the phone.
Dude, I know how you feel.
Get the stupid one. So
I mean, also, Swindle, you kind of pester me every time I don't talk to you, so, like...
Okay, I pester you because you want me to do something, and then when you're not there, I'm just like, well, did you want me to do it or not?
You can go to McDonald's and order for, like, a sandwich that is like a beef, fish, and a chicken patty, all the same sandwich, and they have to give it to you.
You can technically get an ice cream sandwich from McDonald's.
Okay, why would you want a sandwich with different kinds of meat though? Like, what's the appeal?
I mean, I don't know,
Well,
chicken, I guess chicken and fish sandwich sounds kind of appealing, but, like...
Like, all three of them, that just sounds kind of gross.
Sounds like a bad cholesterol intake.
Also, they made the timing on this different, and it feels weird now.
I don't
Anyway.
remember if I hated this more or if I liked this more than the original NES. I think I just treated it about the same.
I like how these floating rails are actually, like, justified by, like, these tower bits in the background now, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've, like, expressed this ever, but, like, it's a thing that actually legitimately bothers me in video games when they have, like, a generic floating platform with no actual explanation for it other than maybe quote-unquote magic. Like, that's fine and good if, like, magic is an established part of the setting and and levitation is just a thing people can casually do. But I very much like it when, like, there's reason for things to be where they are, you know? It's just as my days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can get away with it with Mario because Mario literally is just magic fucking everywhere.
Yeah, but even then, they justify some of the floating platforms by, like, having them be suspended by ropes and crap.
Yeah, but like the donut blocks are just straight up floating.
Yeah.
And like they even had the thing of like if you stand on it for too long, you just fall.
Sonic games are guilty of this a lot, just having like floating platforms for no reason.
And there is, it's weird. Like magic sort of exists in that world, but it also doesn't.
Yeah, like
It
Swindle,
doesn't in
like
the sense that would explain them.
like Swindle, I think you've noticed this with, like, the one Mega Man Maker level I sent you is, like, I actually did have, like, floating platforms, but I used, like, the crash lift rails to make it appear as if they were hanging off of something.
For real, I'm just annoyed. I'm just thinking about the fact that you sent me fucking Wily 2 again. I was like, God damn you.
Yeah, no, like, Owens, you missed it, but you missed it, but, like, I made a level specifically to annoy him, and it was just Mega Man 1 Wily 2 again. But
And the thing is, that's not even like the level that annoys me the most. If you want to really annoy me,
it's actually like super mean because like the level is about the same, only except like slightly different enemies. And you know, Electman isn't in the engine, so I had him fight Bomb Man instead. But after that room, I made it to the level geometry immediately afterwards. It's just the first half of the stage again.
The only saving grace was there was no bladers. Oh, and by the way, did you know I had to do the whole stage basically Buster only because the only weapon in this stage was Thunderwolf, and you had to beat a secret boss fight to get it. So the first time around, I didn't even know where the boss was, so I just beat the whole thing Buster only.
Hilarious.
Like the funny thing was that Spoon threw in Tornado Man thinking like, oh, he hates Tornado Man, this will be funny. But it's like, no, Tornado Man himself isn't the problem, it's the damn stage. I can beat Tornado Man Buster only, that ain't the hard part.
I just realized I didn't use, like, Firestorm at all yet.
Yeah, no, I was kind of like, why? This is like the perfect stage to use it because there's bladers everywhere.
I was like more thinking like, hey, I
It's
could
not
have like
even- it's not even
instant.
like it's
I
good
could have
enough
I could have like instant killed the Picketman with that.
Oh yeah, you could have. It's probably because you sometimes start with good spin, don't you?
No, like, I used to, but that was like years ago, like back when like I was first playing Mega Man games, and like Gutsman was like the first boss I ever beat.
And also, it's like one of the easiest bosses to beat. To the fact where in ROM
I'm-
Max for Mega Man 1, people always start with Gutsman.
I mean, it's like, it's not so bad. Like, if I had to state like, hey, yeah, every single boss in these games kicked my ass, even Cutman. I'd say like, it's not so bad for like a 5-year-old, right?
My excuse was I was playing on a 3DS with Mega Man 2. I beat Mega Man 3 at the end of the day. I actually was able to beat Mega
we're
Man 3
gonna
on
we're
a 3DS.
gonna we're gonna do something stupid now.
You're gonna go to Electman, aren't you?
Yay!
Yay.
I don't know if I like this version of Electman's theme more or less than the original. There we go. So slide jumping kind of works.
Yeah, this part of the stage could probably help.
Perfect. You know, like everyone like says Electman's theme sounds like that one song. I went back and compared the two and I can't hear it.
What song?
I don't even fucking remember anymore. Whoa.
I don't hear anything with Electman stage, but you want to if you got a Mega Man 1 theme that does make me think of a certain song, point where someone actually put the lyrics over it, and because
Okay.
of it, it just sounds exactly like it.
Is it on YouTube?
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. Ever since I heard that video, I can just never not go, like, never gonna give you up during that part of the song. It's just like, it's ingrained into my head.
Hey, look, I actually killed the thing with super arm.
Arm's not a bad weapon, it's just that none of the stages give you shit to use it with. Even Wily Tower actually fails at giving you something to do with Super Arm.
Like, honestly, if I was going to, like, remake Mega Man 1 or something, I'd, like, just maybe make it so, like, you can punch things with super arm if you don't have anything to throw with it.
Yeah, because it's like... The funniest thing about Super Arm is you can really make Copybot break in half. I need you to try that, because you've...
Oh, hey, that's actually really fun.
Never done it.
That's actually really funny. There's a glitch that's only in the original Mega Man 1. Not this one. Not this game. Not White Wars, because they fixed it. But if you enter Copy Robot's fight with Super Arm already equipped, and your first action is to immediately walk towards him as soon as the fight begins, he bugs out and moonwalks into the wall.
What?
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna go do that next one.
Like, you can't shoot, you can't press shoot, you can't, like, walk backwards, you can't jump, your only action has to be walk at him.
So
Otherwise,
basically, the fight begins, immediately start walking.
yeah.
Approach him as if you were a JoJo character. God, why are you going after Electman this early?
Okay. I kind of figured that would happen. Electman isn't as easy to, like, just bully into a corner as he was originally.
I never could bully him into a corner. That's like the one reason I'm glad Electman isn't in Mega Man Maker, because it's like, if you made me fight him, I would have just never beat that stage. Because it was like, you wanna know what he did with the boss rooms? He didn't just, oh, it's the same boss room. No, he added heat tiles to the floor.
Like the hot plates for Mega Man 11.
The floor was lava, basically. And it was really annoying in Bomb Man's case because every time I would go to move away from Bomb Man, I'm just somehow always perfectly underneath the fire mets. So they just light my sorry butt aflame.
That's not gonna be like. It's also super weird because like Electman's like firing spots are now like actually flush with the wall, which is not how it was originally.
What do you mean?
Like he had set points in the room where he would fire, and that's still the case here. It's just that they're different. Because now two of them are flush against the wall, which, you know, kills some of the knockback strategy, and the other one is dead center in the room.
Go for Iceman, you have the magnet beam.
Yeah, I mean, also I just like Ice Slasher. It's a good weapon.
This is the most deranged run I have seen of this game.
I forgot, they immediately spawn with those guys there. It's incredibly rude.
That wasn't like that in the original version, I think. So they put him farther forward than he originally was.
I love Firestorm, except actually not really.
I like it. It's still, I think, the most balanced
Like,
weapon in one.
Like, if we're talking, like, every version of these weapons that have existed, like, I definitely prefer the powered-up versions of all these.
What was powering up Firestorm again?
It's essentially the same, it's just... they made the barrier part actually worth using.
Are you saying that the barrier isn't worth using?
And, like, in its current state, no. Pretty much it's only useful against 1 HP enemies.
Which, to be fair, is what I'm generally using it against.
Okay. Come on, I already did this, like, several times yesterday in preparation for this. I shouldn't be having issues. Of course I overshoot it. Why wouldn't I overshoot it? I did this legit on like a Buster-only run of this game. I'm not doing that again. Now, granted, I do sometimes still start with Iceman just because, you know, Ice Slasher is a really good weapon. It's just like this one section is kind of RNG.
Makes me really glad that in the Game Boy games, that thing's just not even there. It just doesn't exist in the Game Boys.
No. I almost did the thing where I used the magnet beam to jump over his head, but he just had to headbutt my knees. This is why you don't invite a gorilla to Thanksgiving.
Excuse you?
I thought that was common sense.
This is also why you don't go camping while wearing a tuxedo made of steak.
Well, if you wanna live dangerously.
It's Iceman. He gets faster as his HP gets lower, and he can 3-shot you. So that's fun, right?
Oh wait, he actually has Darkman syndrome?
Like he was always like that. Like Iceman's AI has always moved faster the less health he has, and you know his bullets speed up too. So like,
It's just that out of all the, it's just that you wouldn't notice it because his weakness to Elect Beam was 3-shots him.
yeah, this is essentially only relevant during a Buster-only run, or if you're fighting him with like one of his side weaknesses, because Hyper Bomb is also a good option for this fight. Doesn't quite kill him as fast as like everything else, but you know, it is an option if you just want to throw a bomb over there and just focus on dodging instead of hitting him. take some of the
To be
brain,
fair,
take some of
Power Up
the,
does change.
take some of
Power
the.
Up does change the weakness to Hyper Bomb to be more realistic.
Yeah, actually, that's one change I do actually kind of appreciate because like, ice is actually a terrible conductor. Like if it's just like just flat out just pure ice, it's gonna be an absolutely terrible conductor because like the conductive bit of water is all the minerals and shit that's like dissolved in it. And it really does not make too much sense for Iceman to be spitting like blocks of ice that have like a high mineral content, you know?
Yeah.
Also, hey Rooster. He's in the chat. Ah! Yeah, no, like, Iceman is difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Also,
I
hey,
feel like a good chunk of his difficulty just comes from the fact that he can 3-shot your ass.
really though, his firing pattern is easy enough. It's the ice, it's the ice physics that'll really get you.
God forbid Mega Man 1 ice physics actually be useful.
I killed his face. He is dead now.
What makes it even funnier is they remade the ice physics for this, but Flashman also ends up using them as well. And I don't remember them being as bad in Flashman stage originally.
Also, I love this version of Cutman Stage. It's so good. I'm gonna grab this.
The one stage you can actually use Super Arm.
If this was like me trying to speedrun or whatever, I would have come here with Thunder Beam and then used that to break some of the blocks, splash the enemies with it, you know?
Yeah.
Just look at it. This tile set is just so much better than the original.
Well,
And
it does
it's
consider
like-
on a better console than
It's
the
like
NES
it's like
provide.
it's like not to knock 8-bit graphics, but like the green color they chose for like the original Cutman Stage is just kind of ugly. Also, just to clarify, I was kind of worried about the cursor thing because, like, I made it a very bright pink, so it's extremely obvious.
I mean, if it was anywhere, like, even if, unless it was like right on top of your character, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
We're gonna
go with a like
magnet beam. Magnet beam. Super arm. Thermal brick.
No, it's throw.
I threw
Rock
a
at
rock!
Did you ever watch Batman the Animated Series?
No, actually, like, I watched, like, the newer one that wasn't that one, but, like, the original one where that originated from, no.
Did that joke get actually brought back somewhere? Because I only remember Batman the Animated Series.
Also, I can't use the ceiling wrap glitch here, because that doesn't exist anymore.
For the better. That glitch was stupid and also kind of broken.
Ice Slasher. And then Super Arm.
You hit him with a rock.
And that's why we like Ice Slasher. Is objectively a very helpful weapon. Even if it deals 0 damage.
Which the Game Boy game is buffed by letting you do, what, 1?
Yeah, it actually did start dealing damage there, and then they realized their mistake, and they made it so, like, Chill Man's weapon actually deals damage, even if you're only using it for the freeze. Another change, they removed Cutman's weakness to your basic gun. He actually only does take 1 damage instead of 3 he took originally. Otherwise, it's the exact same fight.
His jump looks kind of weird.
I mean, he just looks gangly on McGenesis. Like, I think out of all one's group, he's probably the weirdest looking now.
Here's an interesting thing here. Cutman here still takes 3 damage from Firestorm. So if you want to use a weakness that isn't super armed, that is an option for you.
They didn't want to buff him too much.
Yeah, they probably kept the Firestorm weakness just for the wily stages. Because remember, you can't use his actual weakness against him in the wily stages, which is still dumb.
Honestly, this is like part of the reason I was convinced Metal Man's real weakness was supposed to be Atomic Fire for so long.
Because of a bug in Mega Man 2.
There's that, and just making sense of Mega Man 2's like weakness order in general is kind of a thing with how buggy it is.
Yeah.
And even then, like, if you take
Wily Wars actually fixes somewhat, except they kind of take away something from Quick Man, which makes him even more annoying.
I mean, if you take all the damage values at like face value, as far as like weaknesses are supposed to be concerned, that means Woodman has like 4 weaknesses, including in the weapon that he's supposed to be like have an advantage against.
Strong against. Yeah. Man's got a weakness to air shooter, which is what I use against him half the time when I shoot
he's like, if we're taking just the damage values for like being quote unquote the canon thing, that means Woodman is weak to Metal Blade, Atomic Fire, Crash Bomb, and Air Shooter.
I don't think Crash Bomb's though supposed to work because he doesn't normally take a lot of damage from it. It's just that because of the bug with his shield is what gives him that weakness. Because you shoot him with an actual Crash Bomb, it's just useless. It does like what, 1 damage?
I'd have to double check that.
Because I've tried shooting him with a Crash Bomb before and it did like nothing to him. But if you do the trick, obviously it does a lot more damage because the Crash Bomb trick is just kind of broken. It's the entire reason I beat Wily 2.
Okay, Beaks are actually immune to Ice Slasher when they're shielding. That's different. The original game actually still let you just hit them.
I kind of forgot how weird Mega Man 1 Joe looks in this, because it's just like the Proto Man situation where it's actually just a recolor sprite.
Oh no, they actually did, like, make new sprites for the Sniper Joes, which makes the, Proto Man thing even more confusing.
I mean, though, he doesn't look that much different, to be fair. He looks the same. I think what it has to do is just, it's the choice of green they gave the Mega Man 1 Joe. It just looks really off on him. And I like a nice dark green.
They also changed the placement on this one. Rolling Cutter still can't multi-hit.
It could in the original.
Yeah, but like even then it didn't do jack shit because like wasn't exactly programmed correctly.
Yeah, the only place it was really useful against was Elect Man.
Okay, so that bug doesn't work anymore.
Well, yeah, because the falling speed is actually fixed on the magnet beam.
Also, Bondman was a ridiculously easy fight originally because, like, his old pattern was that he would try to jump away if you were too close to him.
Now he throws the bomb if you're too close.
He doesn't care about that anymore. He'll, like, actually try to close the gap to give you less space to dodge.
Which Mega Man Maker actually takes inspiration from its Wily Wars encounter, isn't it? like it's a weird mix. I think it's like if he does 3 jumps and he's still near you at the end, he'll just throw the bomb no matter what now in Mega Maker. So he's like a fusion between this encounter and his old one, which threw me off when I was fighting him.
Yo, and remind me to like send you like that link for the Mega Man Maker level because it is hilariously rude.
Sure.
What's funny was it didn't kill me as much as he actually thought it was going to, or annoy me. I was more just impressed of how he actually managed to make Wily 2 more interesting.
Or using Hyper Bomb, because why not?
Well, that just means he has to try harder next time.
If the you know full well if the gravity flippers are in, I would just make Quickman stage but upside down.
You're an asshole. Oh, back at
Quickman
Gret.
stage, but you have to do it twice, like that one VVVVVV thing.
Oh no, that would be so rude.
I mean, I basically played something like that in Mega Good Mega Man Level 2.
Strategic use of magnets to skip things that annoy me.
Okay, I know this would make no sense logistically, but I kind of wish Magnet Man had the magnet beam for no reason, but hey, it's got his name in it.
I mean, it would be
And
a cool
also,
callback.
Yeah, because it's like, Mega Man never uses it again after this encounter.
I keep
Like,
thinking,
after this game, it just disappears. It's never even reference of where it went.
and you know what? That's actually a thing that I was considering, just cutting the magnet beam entirely for Mega Man Singularity. Because, like, it's only in this game. It never gets referenced again other than, like, the magnet technology, other than the magnet platforms and Tornado Man stage.
Or, Wily Tower, technically, because you can reuse it there.
Yeah. Oh, also, I should probably just grab that.
Yeah, because it refills the ammo of it. There is literally no reason not to re-grab it if you've already been using it throughout the stage. You ever seen the bug people do in Electman stage where they get the magnet beam without needing either of the 2 weapons?
No?
Yeah, no, there's a bug in the original NES version where you can glitch your way into the Gutsman's block and just grab magnet beam without needing either Elect Beam
Oh, wait,
or Gut Super Arm.
I think I've seen this.
You know of the glitch I'm referring to?
Yeah.
It's like really weird, but it's generally used as like a speedrun tactic if you just want to start with the leg man. Because hey, it lets you skip basically all of Gutsman stage.
The funniest thing that it ends up having to do because of like the Legacy Collection speedrun challenges is just using magnet beam to skip climbing ladders.
Climbing down ladders specifically.
It's such a stupid like little like thing. No, like even climbing up, because jumping off of a platform to a higher spot in the ladder is just faster than climbing.
Well, yeah, but I'm referring to falling down in holes because it's just your momentum is already maxed out the second you step on that platform.
Well, actually, no, it isn't. How that works is that the game incorrectly assumes that you're still in midair while standing on a magnet beam platform. So it just increases your momentum for the entire time you're on the platform. So if you just stand on a platform and immediately walk off, you're not really going to have that much of an increase in speed.
But if you get like the 3-block wide platform and then you walk off of that, then you've got a decent increase in speed now.
Yeah. It's the nefarious plots of Dr. Waffle Cone. We gotta go fight him again. He's here. He's gonna eat all of your salad right in front of you.
Why does this game still have the point system? I don't
Authenticity.
understand why.
There's Mega Man 1 still.
I guess it's just so weird. Oh, so why is it red? Why is the Wily capsule red in this?
Because the first Wily
I
capsule
know
was
it's
red.
because the Wily. Was it? I thought it was blue.
No, the first one was red.
huh.
So we made it blue to match Mega Man.
Thunder Beam.
Honestly, I'm more surprised the generic Wily capital isn't more skull themed.
No, he was saving that for the castle.
I kind of love how, like, official Capcom sources say that the Wily Machine is always skull-themed. And I'm like, no, it's not. The Wily Machine number 3 was a crab.
Wily Machine 1 was a pile of something. Wily Machine 2 was just the same thing, but bigger. And Wily Machine 3 was a crab. The skull thing never started until 4. Heck, I don't even think the first two Game Boy 2 actually starts it, I think.
Yeah, because, like,
Because the
Wily Machine in that game is just like a dinosaur.
Yeah. You know what's my problem? You know what I always want to call that thing? I want to call it the Wily Tyranno. I don't know why, I just really do.
I hate this part.
I hate this section of this stage because if you mess it up in this version of the game, you're screwed. You're just actually dead. And you have to game over. Because whereas in the original, those weapon energy pellets respawn, they don't respawn in Wily Wars.
Oof.
Why didn't anyone think that through?
Who wants to see me bust or duel White Yellow Devil?
Is he faster now?
Like, also, I can't slide under that, even though it really looks like it should be able to.
Yeah,
Alright.
baby, what was that program? Let's slide in mine. Okay, so the Yellow Devil is just as fast as he was in the original version. So it's a frame rate thing. It's not like, oh, he's just actually slow because of a frame problem. He was just actually programmed to be this slow.
Yeah, there's still a slight
God.
slowdown problem here simply because of the number of sprites on screen, but, like... Also, you can hit him more than once for packs with the Buster now. Slightly speeds things up if you have the right action time for it.
It seems like if you're fast enough, you might be able to hit him with 3. If you can really pump that shot button.
There we go. Jump. Get hit in a dumb way. It's fine.
We have 4 games to get through with this one game. Can we please just use the Thunder Beam? You know I'm already done with you bustering the Yellow Devil when I call the thing the right name.
Okay, fine.
I called the Lekman's weapon correctly. Use the weapon. You've got 2 different devil monsters we have to fight in this game. And one of them is already going to be rather slow because you have to use Hard Knuckle against it.
Oh no, we could do the Shadow Blade trick.
I don't think that works on Wily Wars. I think that's actually patched out. Because the entire reason it worked originally was because Yellow Devil naturally does not have a hitbox when he's reforming. But I think in Wily Wars, his hitbox is always there once it starts forming.
It stopped working.
Okay. You know, like, I got dropped from the Wi-Fi here for some reason.
Oh. There we
Don't
go.
worry, I'm reconnected.
It's working again.
So we missed the Yellow Devil dying, but that's fine. It's Yellow Devil. We've seen it 1,000 times.
I got a 1-up out of that. That doesn't seem good. Roosty, there? Oh no, no,
Satan,
he's still there.
Satan. Spoon, you gotta try the Gutsman thing with Copybot when you get down there.
Yeah, I'll see if that still works, but I doubt it will.
No, it does. I did it on Wily Wars. I did that when I told you about it. I had just done it on the Wily Wars version. I know it still works. It's hilarious. The fact that you did not know that existed surprises me. it's like, normally you know all kinds of weird bugs with these bosses. I didn't know you actually never knew the copybot Gutsman strategy existed.
I mean, I knew that the strategy exists, but I didn't think there was like any bugs associated with it other than what I just told you about.
You know, well, it's not really a bug. It's more just because the fact that you need a block in order to shoot. There's nothing stopping you from just, hey, eat nothing, because there's nothing for you to shoot at me. Also, since Copybot uses a like man's pattern, does that mean his shot pattern is also changed upon in this version?
I think so, yeah. We're gonna use Hyper Bomb, because this thing doesn't get enough use cases.
Unless we're talking powered up, in which case it's really good.
I'm going to grab that extra life, because I don't trust myself.
How many lives do you have? You have 3 lives! How do you not trust yourself?
You never know.
By the way, Owens, when I brought the secret boss, the way Spoon hit it, you see those spikes to the left?
Uh-huh.
If you got past those by jumping above from the room from above,
Well,
Sheep Man's on the other side of him.
You could do that, but like the way I intended was you just jump the spikes with the item one.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That jump is way too precise for me. So I just went, yo, cannonball. It also just makes it a lot easier, in my opinion, because it's like, hey.
Also because because 1-ups were useless, I didn't put the 1-up on that block, and instead I had like a met tool on a string there, and there's like a big fish trying to nip at it.
Yeah, jump where the fish is at is my guide to getting to that boss. But even then, it's still annoying. It's just Sheep Man, but he's got the heat floor mechanic as well.
Oh.
It's even more punishing, the other ones, though.
Yeah. His Sheep Man actually
no.
hurts.
No, he jumps on his own now, apparently. Also, he has a firing sound effect now.
Really? I remember him jumping a lot better. I remember it working a lot better when you... Okay, so he really is just borrowing Electman's AI, because he's now shooting from the middle of the room.
Yeah, before his pattern was like he only jumped when you shoot. But now he's just...
So he borrowed
completely-
Electman's pattern.
Yeah.
His entire AI was just Electman's. This boss was the biggest example of copy-paste technology. And none of us noticed until someone brought it up, because it's like, hey, he doesn't use Electman's weapon naturally unless you have it selected, so no one's really gonna notice. Until you give him Electman's weapon and everyone's like, wait a minute.
This fight is still super easy.
I copybot.
What happens if you give him Magnet Beam? Does he shoot platforms everywhere?
No, he doesn't. He also doesn't have like action for Magnet Beam.
So Magnet Beam and Guts Arm technically are the super armor, the same thing for him.
Sniped. Gotta love having a sewer system level.
I'm still thinking of the fact that Wily Fortress 1 and Wily Fortress 3 basically have the same theming for the bosses. You've got Water Boss, you've got a copy butt, or like some copy of Mega Man in a form. Did you just shoot 4 shots? You're shooting 5 shots per... I'm going to assume that the scrolling glitch, due to how this room is...
Epic skills.
Nobody likes this guy. Well, I mean, I do,
I
but
do.
like...
I like
you
it.
know, I don't like that I have to fight it again.
I think it's a cool design.
Oh no, it's attacking the killer water filter.
He actually got a design change from the original, because he normally has a face, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
No.
It's
I think
lit.
he gave a
It's
different
lit.
version of
It's,
this
it's
boss.
no. There's no version of this boss has ever had a face. It's always been just a
It
vaguely
didn't have like
spherical.
an actual face. It's just a indentation on the top that looked like it was a face. Like it meant to be a face. It just looked like one. Oh, sorry.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
Scout's
about.
arm.
No,
Oh, pull up the sprite. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know.
also my neck just popped really loudly. I even paid now.
Ooh.
Hang on. Where's the sprite for this thing? Yeah, okay. I know that's just because of how it's sprited, but that
So I can't.
top chunk just looks like a face to me.
I can't hear you. You keep like cutting out.
I can hear some.
Fly.
So your stream is just breaking down.
Yeah, that might be on your end.
But like, if you look at the Mega Man 1's NES sprite, that top chunk looks like a face. It looks like some really angry fish.
I don't see it.
It's got like it's like it's like facing to the left at all times. It's got a really mean frown. It's got some mad eyebrows.
Give me
and
one
that
second.
circle in
here.
its eye.
Still really wouldn't call that a face.
I mean, I know it's not supposed to be its face. It's just that my head is always saw that and said, "Hey, look at the funny face this thing's making."
Oh, that would explain it. Hold on.
Oh, was BlueStacks running in the background again?
Yeah. And so is the EA thing. The games launcher.
Oh, yeah, that'll slow you down.
I'm not sure about Epic Games launchers. I've had that thing running in the background sometimes and it doesn't do anything. But I know for a fact that BlueStacks will.
Hold on a second.
BlueStacks
What?
killed frame rate.
What just happened?
Your frames are probably coming back to you because you closed
No,
everything.
no, because like I just unpaused the game. I can hear the audio going, but the video didn't. Something's wrong here.
It seems fine on my end.
No, because I'm saying like
Looks
the emulator isn't doing things anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
it looks like it's frozen on the stream.
That it's not a stream thing. It's actually frozen.
Yeah, I see that because your little icon's moving.
I don't.
Your icon, but nothing in the game is animated.
You know what? Hold on. I've been saving this whole time. I'll just do this fortress again.
No, because you only have to do the stage that you currently last saved on, don't you? You shouldn't have to do the whole fortress again. And if you did, that'd be a really dick move.
Okay, hold on. No, I need to just completely restart this thing. I don't understand why that happens. And it didn't save at all, apparently.
Oh no,
Like, none of it
No.
saved? Oh,
that's not good.
so you have to do all of one over again?
You know what? Screw it.
I mean, you were close enough to the end of the game.
do you at least have a save file already with the wily
No.
power on it?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I didn't really feel like doing that again anyway. Let's see. What do you think? Because I can buster only pretty much every one of these guys.
Are you on Mega Man 2 now?
Yeah.
Alright, so we all know the correct answer to starting a Mega Man 2 run is always start with Bubble. Because clearly it means that you get the best weapon immediately.
You know, why not?
I'm making a joke so you can get Metal Blade as slow as possible.
You're assuming that I ever follow weakness orders.
Well,
Metal
also,
Blade
you
is alright.
generally use Metal Blade. Which is a good thing.
I just
Metal Blade is overrated.
I just genuinely think this version of the stage is superior to the original in every way.
Oh yeah, because the background doesn't give anyone a massive headache.
Yeah.
Also, this
What is
version.
wrong with
Also,
you?
this version of the song is just incredibly like it's better. It's just good.
If there was one thing that Capcom did right when they were remaking these 3 games, it was the music. For the
Oh,
most
yeah.
part. There are some stages where I think that the way they did it was a little weird.
Oh no, it is the attack of these squirts. I kid you not, this enemy type is called Squirt.
Which one?
The shrimp. It's
Why
not it's not shrimpy, no matter what Swindle keeps telling you. That's a Battle Network enemy.
They're stupid shrimps that need to go away. At the end of the day, that's what they are.
They're little friends. They just want to hug you.
They're in like every water stage that I've seen made, either by fans or just actual Mega Man stages, and I hate them.
No, they got worse in Mega Man 10 because they gained the ability to shoot at you.
That's hard mode exclusive though.
Yeah.
And hard mode isn't canon, thank God.
Not with that kind of attitude.
I don't. If I see a Mega Man game bring back their ability to shoot,
Yeah.
I'm throwing a rock at someone. I
Yeah,
don't
like-
ever want to see this thing being able to shoot. Oh, sweet Jesus Christ.
Anyways, Owens, you like the secret boss at the level I made is Sheepman again, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have it so like there's a firewall from Torchman stage rising up from the floor, and it just comes up and goes back down periodically, right? The entire floor is hot plates, so just occasionally you're just not allowed to stand on the floor.
Sounds very annoying.
Yeah, no, especially considering when Sheepman's sparks come out, it's like, I'm trying to jump over that. I jump over it, and at the same time, the fire's coming up, so I'm getting hit by the floor.
Oh no, it's Bubble Man, the most threatening robot. People make jokes to that effect at Bubble Man's expense, but come on.
He's actually very threatening when you think about it.
Yet people only, make fun of him because, Metal Blade is terrible.
Metal Blade's overpowered as crap, and also, they probably also joke about the fact that he can't do anything on land. He is exclusively an aquatic robot.
Well, yeah, that's why he's underwater.
Yeah, but the problem is that not every fortress is going to have a water section in it. So it begs the question: where is Wily keeping Bubble Man half the time?
Question. Okay, serious
In
question.
a little inflatable pool.
Okay, serious question. If Mega Man 2 was to be adapted into a movie, because let's be real, Capcom would probably do that at some point if they,
They're making a Mega Man movie. They were supposed to be making one with Netflix. That just suddenly disappeared, though.
But, legitimately, who do you think would end up voicing Bubble Man if they were going to give him a voice actor?
See, my problem was I would have said the guy who voiced the parrot from Aladdin, but he's dead. Oh god, what was his name?
That's Gilbert Gottfried, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Gilbert Godfrey. I would have had
I'm gonna be
Gilbert Gottfried. And the only reason
I'm gonna
The only reason
completely.
I would say that is because it could give Bubbleman the funniest joke, being that he's just sarcastic as shit because everyone makes fun of him. So he's like, you know what? F it. You're all getting my hate.
Anyway, I'm gonna be completely real. The only reason I remembered that is because of the Gilbert Garfield thing.
I only remember Gilbert Godfrey outside of Aladdin because of that one line he did on a talk show where he just grabs the desk and just yells at the top of his lungs, "What an asshole!" And like every video game reviewer, when they're talking about a character who's just completely a dick, brings him up for that. It's like, yep, that's what it is. Alright, we're going after air. Go for the funny wind, man.
No, we're going to Quickman.
No.
Do quick, man.
Not tight spandex, man. Sorry. You know what's bad? I could totally see Quickman being voiced by one of the voice actors from the Batman and shows. Like, just one of Batman's random Rogues Gallery villains voice actors. Just Quickman.
Okay, that was interesting. I didn't know that could happen.
What?
I ended up being standing on a spot that you're definitely not supposed to be able to stand on.
Huh.
Bubblegum.
I like the way this stage
Oh,
looks.
what the fuck?
What?
I saw what you meant! The stream finally caught up.
Where are you saying going?
I like the way this stage looks.
Yeah, I'll give it that. This actually doesn't look that bad on the Genesis. It's just a Quickman stage, so I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like Quickman stage. Because I've told Satan this before, because he's asked me in the past, like, why do you hate Quickman stage so badly? I was like 7 or 8 years old, discovered Mega Man, and Quickman was the one stage I could never beat on Mega Man 2 on a 3DS.
Like, I really want to accept that as a valid argument, but again, I've been playing these games since I was like 4, so I can't entirely relate.
Satan, my hands are huge. The first model 3DS is like as small as a Game Boy SP. I am playing a game that is supposed to be played on a massive TV on this really small handheld. And I have big hands, so the 3DS just looks minuscule in my palms. So it's like, hey, this is gonna be a royal pain.
Sniper armors, they have a lot of health. You know, I don't care. Take the hit, get the extra life. Okay, go ahead.
I still prefer Mega Man 1 Sniper Joes. They felt more like actually intimidating. These ones just feel more
this room feels slightly different just because of the graphical change, but it's actually not different at all.
Huh.
Also, Quickman, they slowed him down just a little bit to make his fight actually doable.
Yeah, thank God.
Slightly less quick, man.
It's brisk Jogman now.
It's tolerable, Quickman.
Moderately fast, man.
Slightly more accelerated than normal, man.
Average high school student who's an athlete, man. Like, I would say football player, but he doesn't do the tackle thing anymore.
I mean, the running in a straight line to attempt to ram you is still part of his pattern. It's just very dodgeable now.
Yeah. It's more just like, on the NES, it actively looked like he was just trying to brute force tackle into you because how his AI was broken.
He's on the middle school track team.
Okay, Quickman, you're gonna be fucking fancy about this. That's annoying.
Also, one change they made from Wily Wars. He lost his block animation. He does not block shit now. It just all bounces off of him. Another reason to just say F it, pull out Flash Stopper, and then pull out Air Shooter on. Give Quickman no time of day.
Young King?
You know what? Maybe for the sake of the fact that the emulator crashed and seemingly didn't save any of the progress,
Yeah,
why not just create save states?
I mean, I don't think I'm going to be doing the Wily Tower, even if I wouldn't be doing the Wily Tower, if I could do it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, so by the way, one change Wily Wars made. If you game over in Mega Man 2, you keep your E-Tanks.
Nice.
Which means that retroactively it makes I Can't Defeat Airman an actually possible song. Except for the part that I still don't think there's any tanks in He-Man suits, so whatever.
Nah, he's going to Metal Man stage, grab the 2, and then game overing.
But, like, how do you suck at
Which
Mega Man
makes it
2?
even more funny, because that means you can't beat Metal Man either.
It's like, how do you suck so much?
How
How do you suck so much at Mega Man 2 that you can't beat Metal Man?
Some people are just bad at video games.
Because here's the thing. The only stages in this game that have E-Tanks in them are Metal and Quick. Quick is understandable, because it's instant death everywhere. What is your excuse with Metal? I could beat Metal on a 3DS.
And, like, Quickman's at least a sort of difficult boss. I keep thinking, like, this is probably only a thing that I would ever want, but, like, a Mega Man fan game that plays as, like, a Sonic game, but, you know, it's Quickman themed.
I feel like I'd rather it be Turbo or Nitro themed, because we can actively see them climb walls. Meaning you can put a loop-to-loop somewhere and there wouldn't be a question.
I'm taking, like, more modern take with, like, you know, how Unleashed day stages were, and that was, like, modern Sonic's formula from that point forward.
Yeah. But what's Super Quick? Well, not Quick. What would Super Quick be? Just him in the Dr. Robot body, so he can just ram into things easier.
Quickman, but even faster.
Yeah, but you gotta have a visual cue that he's in a different state.
Like, you're assuming that I would be copying the Sonic formula one-to-one with this idea.
Treble boost Quickman. Actually, that sounds horrifying in retrospective.
Does Quickman have a little animal companion?
No, but if we're going off the logic of how Super Adapter Rush works, there's a possibility Treble works the same, where he can be equipped to other people. It's just that Base is an asshole. Base is an asshole, and he's not gonna let anyone else try it.
Why would he? That's his. It's his property. This little guy.
I don't think it's ever actually explained anywhere that the dog specifically is Base's. I'm pretty sure it's actually just Wily. He just lets Base have it.
Well, I think Base would take it by force and then refuse to give it back.
I mean, also, it would be kind of weird if, like, Treble was quote-unquote Wily's, when he's, like, clearly, like, the evil version of Rush. You wouldn't say Rush is Dr. Lights, would you?
I mean, Rush is a light property, is what I mean. Like, even though Rush is often paired with Mega Man, it's not like Rush solely, like, does stuff with him.
I mean,
Rush
yeah, but, like, you get what I mean, though. He's, like, specifically Mega Man support unit, so it'd be kind of incredibly weird for him to just not be with Mega Man.
Yeah. This also begs the question of what the hell is Tango? Because some people say Tango's his role, some people say Tango belongs to Proto Man, and some people just say Tango is just the house cat.
Tango was made for Mega Man.
Yeah, again, Mega Man has like an entire support team of like other units. Also,
yeah, but I
also,
bring up the
I
fact that
agree.
in other media, Tango actually gets used by other people more often than Mega Man. It's just that Mega Man uses him in 5 on the Game Boy, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's more or less just because Mega Man's a dog person, not a cat person.
Yeah. And they end up giving Proto Man the cat instead.
Which again, it still does not make any sense to me.
I
Like,
can see Proto Man
because
as
like
cat.
Proto Man doesn't need support units, because like all the things that Rush could, or something like Rush could provide to Proto Man are just upgrades to his shield at this point.
Yeah. But would you say no to a cat companion?
What did you say there? Because
Yeah, I think it's more of like an emotional support.
Yeah, it's
than, like actual.
Because, like, people pair beat with roll as well, and it's like, the reason some people do that is because, hey, roll,
Well, she had-
it's like,
well,
He
actually,
has the beat card in Battle and Chase.
yeah, that's literally it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. But I've seen more fan art with like Roll using Tango as like an adapter similar to how like Mega Man utilizes Rush, but like
I feel like beat would be roll's adapter, if anything.
yeah, this
And,
is
like, the
this is,
entire reason I bring up Tango is, like, with Proto Man, is like, cats are always sneaky as shit. And what is Proto Man if not the sneaky child?
Also, that was a thing in Mega Mix.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like the biggest argument I gave up was like Mega Mix. Like, for as much shit as I give Mega Mix, I actually agree with the idea that if anyone was going to keep Tango, it's Proto Man. Because it's like a lot of media like states like, yeah, no, Proto Man might be a secluded person, but he's not antisocial. He will go to talk to people, which is something Archie actually does really well. It's like he won't talk to Light, but he has people he can go talk to if he needs something. Because, like, I could totally believe the idea if Archie was able to get past Mega Man 4, Cossack just would have been a regular for Proto Man to go see.
Oh, he went to Dr. Leyland a lot too.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Metal Man.
You're still ignoring the Wind Boy.
Met Tool Man.
I don't know how I feel about these conveyor belts compared to the originals.
Do they feel different?
It's just the
I still
visual
want to
thing
know,
that
what
just
the hell is Metal Man's stage? Is he a scrapyard?
I think it's
Thought it
very
was, like,
fairly
a
obvious some
factory.
kind of factory, yeah. Just because conveyor belt smashers everywhere.
Yeah.
It's very
It's like,
the gears. It's very clearly a factory kind of stage.
but it's more like, is it a smelting factory?
Like-
Is it like some just
Well-
chunks
Well,
place?
like, does it really matter? Like, do you need to know that one specific thing?
I don't know.
You don't need to know it, but it adds character.
Yeah, it helps give you an idea of where the hell Metal Man is at the end of the day.
You're not
It's
gonna
like-
you're not gonna do that thing where you go like 3 sentences and you end every single one of them with "at the end of the day," right?
It'll hurt you.
Because you've done that before.
Listen, we all know I'm terrible at talking to people.
At the
Actually,
end of the day,
actu-
he doesn't
actu-
do it on purpose.
Actually, you know what? No, I should keep a counter for that. Like an on-screen counter for that.
Just every time I say end of the day.
Yes. I swear,
only-
I swear every single conversation with you is like reading a fucking like Pikmin like end of day report.
God, I hate you sometimes for this. That's funny as shit to think about. The question would be, which Pikmin character am I?
Louis.
That's the one from 2, isn't he? That's the asshole who almost gets you fucking killed, isn't it?
He almost gets you killed in 2 games.
Oh yeah, because he's in 3. I forget he's in 3, because it does like nothing in 3 but become a problem. Like seriously, how does that guy keep his job?
Maybe it's too much. It was,
Hello?
alongside the final boss.
No, sorry. Like, to complete the thought, now that I'm back, back to it, looking at the 8-bit graphics, like, for some reason, Kid Me just thought that quick boomerang was like Mega Man firing like a stream of, like, fingernail clippings.
Yes, Metal Man's true weakness, fingernails.
Well, I wouldn't want to get hit with that. I think if someone started shooting fingernails at me, I'd just run away. Like, I don't want to deal with that.
I'd be more irritated, but I wouldn't be afraid. I'd be more like, why do you have so many of these?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, if they're going that far for that many fingernails, they clearly have an issue, and I don't want to become part of it.
Oh, but I love this version of Woodman's theme.
Sure, just why do you keep ignoring Airman?
Because I don't like Airmans.
What I like his weapon.
Air shooter's fucking useless.
Fuck you, it's not. We've been over this. I have proved several times air shooter is not a useless weapon.
Alright, let's see if this works. Not Metal Blade. Here we go, Time Stopper. No mini boss for you.
Oh wow, you really can just do the thing in Mega Man 4 where you just, if you have time stop, they cannot spawn.
Fun fact, that doesn't work in the original NES version of Mega Man 2 because, like, the hitbox is already there. So normally I would, like, save Time Stopper for this segment here.
Goddamn monkeys.
I had a question. Does Bubble Lead work on these areas?
Which ones?
That actually works fairly well. I think another one of, like, my really early attempts at a Mega Man Maker level was just Woodman stage but backwards.
Huh?
Yeah, no, so you would start at the
How
boss.
did you get at that ladder?
So you had to start at the boss room and then make your way back through all the other. Yeah.
That's neat.
Oh man, it's Woodman. Woodman is like no joke, one of my favorite Mega Man characters. I love him so much.
Cool.
Well, he is probably Wily's most returning robot.
Like, honestly, like, I don't know.
I think he's actually harder here than he is in Doc Wood because the shield is bigger here. Because like I said before, Doc Wood's shield is actually kind of small.
Is it?
Yeah, no, they actually fixed Doc Wood by making his shield smaller in Wily Wars. I told that to Satan, he was like, "You're joking me," and I was like, "No, go play it again, watch."
Oh no, it is Woodman and his salad barrier.
Gonna make you eat healthy.
He's going to murder me with the salad.
He also loses his weakness to Metal Blade in this. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, you'd forgive, like, someone for thinking that's his weakness, right? Metal Man being the Mark II combat version of a lumberjack robot.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
But also we have a fire robot. What beats grass? Or what kills a tree faster than a buzzsaw? Lighting the bitch aflame.
Yeah, but that logic also doesn't entirely hold up if it's a healthy tree, you know?
Yeah, but this is also like nuclear fire we're talking about.
Just like a lot of plants contain water. A lot of water, actually.
Yeah, but isn't one of Woodman's like biggest character flaws the fact that his wood has to get replaced constantly because of how quickly it dries out?
Well, no, it's like his parts are like treated for long time use. It's just that occasionally, yes, they will just rot, fall off, and he'll need to replace them. Which is actually kind of a really weird maintenance thing if you're really thinking about it.
I mean, it means at the very least his wood's actually real wood.
Well, yeah, would you want to be named Woodman if your wood was fake?
Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure.
He's actually
Napalm Man
immune.
doesn't
He's
use
immune to that.
actual napalm. What, the Metal Blade?
Quick boomerang.
Oh yeah, no, he always was.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
Swindle, did I ever, like, fully explain the Cloudman glitch and how that just completely breaks the game?
I've seen the glitch in action before.
You know, the game just gets soft-locked so hard that eventually just the room eventually corrupts and you clip to the floor and explode. I was like, hello.
Because unlike Turbo Man, his HP bar isn't even starting to fill up yet. Now go after the Wind Boy.
You know, it's weird to me. Like, Airman always kind of looked vaguely like a shark to me. Like, I get, like, all the football, like, body type, like, comparisons, but he really does look like just some sort of, like, shark.
See that?
Yet in Mega Man DOS 3, Shark Man's actually based on a Snake Man's body.
Okay, that's actually funny. That's really
What?
funny, actually. It makes the enemy hit noise when the leaf shield touches the cloud.
Oh dear. That gotta be really annoying though, quickly.
That is actually hilarious. This little version of the stage just also looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Owens, have you seen Mushroom Kingdom Fusion? Like, random tangent there, I know, but like...
No.
There's an Airman boss in that. Well,
No,
in
well,
an
no,
early version
well-
of that game.
Well, like, the entire concept is like just like a Mario game, but it crosses over with a bunch of other, like, properties. Mega Man being one of them. And
in
there,
fact,
and
it's the
in
biggest IP that gets crossed over.
in an earlier version of the game, one of the levels is essentially just an extended version of Airman's level, including a boss fight against Airman, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is also in earlier builds of the game, there is a secret level that you can get like immediately after beating Airman's stage, where it immediately just spawns you at the boss and you fight Airman again. Only after you defeat Airman, guess who comes in? It's fucking Kamek, and she does her stupid Yoshi's Island magic Koopa magic to turn Airman giant.
The boss for that game is gone. Remnants of it basically remain in
Like, you can still
Mega
download.
Man Level 2.
You can still download the version of it that has it though.
Yeah, but like, if you don't want to bother hunting down the old version of the game, Mega Man Level 2's final area has that boss fight in it.
It's not exactly the same.
It's not the exact same, but it's an homage to the original.
Yeah, like, funny thing, in the original like fight in Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, one of his attacks is just to vacuum objects from off screen, same as Aircon Man does in his fight. The only way to damage him is during that attack, because one of the objects he'll suck up as a power. It's like an invincibility star.
Yeah, because you need to grab that before he does, don't you?
Yeah.
Because if he grabs it, he just turns invincible, and it's like, well, shit.
Well, no, he's already invincible. It doesn't really do anything.
So what, do you just grab the invincibility start by killing invincibility with invincibility?
Yeah, you just get the invincibility, you start, kick him in the face, and then you do that a few times.
Your face looks wrong.
Your face looks wrong.
I'm talking about the fan fiends. Their face looks like it belongs on the DOS. Like, look at how it's colored. That is just DOS Mega Man's face.
I hate these things so much.
What, fan fiend?
Yeah. Especially since, like, it can do things like this. Also, I tested it. Time Stopper does not stop Fan Fiend's win from pushing you.
Which makes no goddamn sense. How is his win beyond time and...
Why? We're going to fly with the wings of a seagull, and that is a reference that no one's going to get.
I'm going to one day Google that just so I get the reference.
You're not going to find it.
What did you say it was again? Fly with the wings of a seagull?
Anyways, that was Airman, the most fascinating boss in existence, so we get the most fascinating weapon in existence.
Oh, is it from bad lip reading Yoda?
No.
Oh. I just happened to look up fly like the wings of a seagull, and that was the first video that popped up. I'm sorry, there's a song called Fly Like a Seagull? Why is it 7 minutes long?
We're going after Zippo Lighter Man. He's a lighter, he's a man, he's a lighter man. Kinda surprised that there isn't like a lighter devil fruit, honestly.
That is the most random ass thing you could have brought into this conversation. I'm surprised there's no lighter devil fruit. Like, when the fuck did One Piece become part of the conversation?
No. Okay, is it just me or is it just throwing the Metal Blade diagonally just kind of a pain in the ass in this?
Oh no, it always been. I think it's because of how the Genesis controller worked. They actually could read diagonal movements. So it's like, you kind of had to be really fucking precise with it here. Bowser! I got Mushroom Kingdom Fusion on in my head, so all I can think of is, for some reason, Hotel Mario. You know what I'm still annoyed about with Mega Man Level 2? The fact that you fight Doorman and yet you don't get anything if you actually go out of your way to kill him. Like, Owens, you know how that fight works in that game, right?
Which fight?
Doorman and Mega Man Level 2.
Yeah.
It's essentially still his original fight, but they cut it short.
They cut it short because now he has like 3,000 HP bars. But if you actually go and kill all of them, you get nothing for it. And I was like, really?
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like, you actually can go and kill all those HP E-bars, but you get nothing for it. And I always was just thinking, like, why isn't there a reward for this?
Because they would suck to get.
Not really, because he only has, well, I say 3,000. He has like 3 HP bars. And generally, the item will drop once you kill 1 HP more. So it's like, you're not really
Yeah,
waiting
but-
that long to get it.
I wanted to jump at the end there, it just didn't let me.
You probably could have jumped if you weren't doing what you were doing. At the very least, you're in a telly room. Oh boy, Owens, you have no idea. I just remember in Wily Fortress, there's 2-1. I was on call with Satan when I was trying to beat that stage. Satan, how long did it take me to get past the one room?
Which one?
You know, the room.
No, I don't.
The room everyone hates about Wily Fortress 2-1. The item 1 segment.
I think that's literally just you.
I hate that fucking room. But like, how long did it take?
Like literally, the trick is just press shoot and jump at the same time, and I don't know how you don't do that.
Because I never thought to do that when I was younger.
It's not even like a when you were younger thing, you still fail to do that.
Yeah, because I never thought to do it. So my brain just doesn't think, oh, that's the solution. Yeah, that's a stupid-ass solution.
Yeah, it's like, if shooting the weapon on the ground locks you in place, so the logical next step is to just jump into it. Like, literally anyone with half a brain would be able to realize that one.
Do I look like a man with half a brain?
You know, I was gonna, like, not insult you that much, but, like, if you're gonna walk into it, sure.
No, but I feel like I'd still rather play, at this point, Mega Man and Base over playing Mega Man 2. And I haven't even touched that game yet.
Yeah, the Yoku Block segment is very doable, it's just extraordinarily rude at the same time. Wow, I have like no excuses for that one.
What? I'm gonna be real. Everyone does that at least once in this stage. Like, I don't know why we all do it, but like everyone does that jump problem where they jump just a little too early and bam, you're in the pit. Honestly, I'm still thinking about how Wily Tower is gonna work in, or whatever the Wily Tower variant's gonna be in, Sequel Wars. Just do the jump normally.
God damn it. Like, why is Item 3 like this?
What? You were the one who decided to jump ahead of time to shoot it. Instead of just shooting it first and then using it. Like, you joke about me not being able to use item number 1, at least I know how to use 3.
Well, that's interesting.
What?
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
That happens because of the crash walls, because the crash walls are just buggy as shit in this.
It looks like he's trying to stand on that platform.
Yeah, the problem is the crash blocks in Wily Wars for some reason have just like a pixel you can stand on the platform. But the game also treats that as if you're falling still. So, yeah, the game doesn't know what to do there. I forgot Spider-Verse is already out.
Why?
You know what's something I will forever love about the fact that Spider-Man movies get over Batman movies?
Mhm.
Batman theaters for some reason dislike it when you wear a Batman suit to the theater.
Oh,
you can wear
that
a
no.
Spider-Man costume.
Oh
and
no,
no
no,
one
no,
can.
no, 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 no. That's like actually tied to the actual real world incident that happens.
Wait, really?
Like, I'm not going to discuss that here. Like, not at all, because that is
didn't
not
do
a,
it.
that is not a YouTube safe conversation. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go look it up.
I'm going to Google it now.
Oh man, it's Heatman. He's going to boil your French fries, even though that's not how you cook French fries.
I see. I see the problem now. Hey, at least Spider-Man still gets its costumes. It was allowed in theaters.
Swindle, you just jinxed it. You know that, right?
What do you mean? I'm literally watching a video, Satan, of a group of people ready for the new Spider-Verse movie. And they're all just dancing in Spider-Man costumes. Like, honestly, it's really funny just how easy it is to get a Spider-Man suit. You know, like, not just like a costume, I mean like a full-on suit.
We now have to go fight Crash, man. He's not named that for any specific reason other than his complete inability to drive a go-kart.
Actually is the reason he's called Crash.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but the background here makes me feel kind of, you know?
That's just you. Is it because it's a scrolling background?
It's a scrolling background, and it also does a secondary scrolling thing as you're moving left to right.
Yeah, but to be fair, most of this, besides that one room in Crashman's stage, you don't notice it much with this background. Because most of his rooms are one-room platforms. I know you're trying to sing Crashman's theme, but that sounds so wrong due to the voice changer. You sound like a trumpet that's like 5 notes off key.
Time Stopper. It makes things fun.
Time Stopper, otherwise known as that weapon that makes everyone want to make a JoJo joke.
Though it could be a JoJo joke or a Toho joke, depending on the fandom.
Or it's both. Because JoJo fans seem to also be Toho fans generally.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of oddly common, I've noticed.
Also, Swindle, I completely understand why you like Metabots now, it's just that some of the moments in it are just kind of completely unwatchable.
Oh yeah, no, it's weird as shit, but that's kind of like the charm of it, I find, is when... Yeah, there are sections where even I can't watch it, but it's like, oh my god, it's actually oddly good for what it is. Like, I now understand why this franchise is still going on in Japan. Please bring it back to America. And like, I'm half assured the reason why even Americans even know this series exists is besides that one guy on YouTube who reviews old things from like the early 2000s. He covered Metabots in an episode. He also did like the early Bakugan series before they did the reboot.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird because, like, it's completely contrary to my usual tastes and things, but I actually really, really like Detective Conan.
Detective what?
Detective Conan.
Was that like another show, or is that...
That's like... It's like a really popular anime.
That's the problem. I don't watch a lot of anime.
It's a pretty old one, too.
I think the oldest anime that I can ever recall off the top of my head is Lupin III. And the only reason is because my friends and I were doing Guess That Anime intro. And they know anime way better than I do. So they were getting all kinds of answers. And then as a joke, we went, let's go into hard mode and see what we can get. Only answer we got right was Lupin III, and I was the one who guessed it.
Yeah, like, part of it is just, like, the sheer hilarity of Detective Conan, because, like, it's like every episode they have to solve a murder, so just by sheer coincidence, someone is getting murdered everywhere this one guy goes. Which, like, that seems like a concerning pattern, but, like, no.
If it keeps you in a job, then why not?
Oh my god, no. You know, it's like a one... I don't know if it's what Mega Man game did. I think it was 9, actually. But one detail that I actually... No, it was 11. One detail I loved about 11 was the Wily Fortress's eye opened up to let Wily in. And it's like, so that's how he gets into these fortresses. That's where the garage door button leads.
He isn't nice enough to let Mega Man in.
He's trying to kill that kid.
Well,
I don't...
yeah.
Satan, it's 3. You use 3 here.
Yeah, like, unlike you, though, I don't suck at item 1 placement.
Yeah, but there's your actual straightforward walls. You're meant to use item 3 here.
But, like, you never want to use it, though.
I do, because I prefer it over 1.
Because you suck.
Because I like 3 as a concept better.
Because you suck.
3 is just kind of annoying.
3 is annoying to work with, but I find it an interesting concept for a item.
And it
kind of comes back in Mega Man 10 in the form of
I also, it's a small thing, but I really like how the Sniper Joe was set up here lined up with his window so he could fire out.
Environmental storytelling.
It really makes you wish that there was like some type of mounted weapon there that he was using. Or like, if the gimmick of this stage at first was just, hey, something's shooting at you, and you get up here finally, and that's what was shooting at you the whole time, was just this one Sniper Joe, and it's like, okay, now you've asked for it, asshole.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, let's start the tally. How many times is it gonna take Satan to get this damn puzzle right?
It's not even a puzzle.
I say it's a puzzle. I say it's a puzzle because you have to do some really specific spots before you throw that thing.
Well, yeah, but a puzzle is figuring out how to solve it and not, like, actually executing it.
Okay, I'm getting a little, like... I'm gonna go back down here. Because I didn't bother picking up that weapon energy.
Probably for the better that you didn't. Meaning you can actually grab it now.
It's weird. I'm used to the NES one, where it's like... I'm very familiar with how the hitboxes on the NES one is. It's just like... I don't know. It feels like I should have like a single like pixel more of like just where I should be able to stand, you know?
Your real estate is not as big.
Like, see right there, that feels to me like I should have landed on it with just like barely enough space to land. And like there, I'm just moving too slow, and it's like it doesn't work anymore.
You see why I don't like this room?
Yeah, but like this is literally only a problem I'm having because of the Wily Wars thing. Like the NES version of this is like incredibly easy.
Well, to be fair, when I was on the call with you, I was also doing the Wily Wars version.
Yeah, no, that's a lot more understandable. But I thought you were doing the original, like you were just failing at the thing that's super easy, like arbitrarily.
I was literally telling you, I was like, I'm playing my Genesis Mini. I'm playing Wily Wars. You knew I was playing Wily Wars.
Oh, hey, that actually works as a slide passage. Interesting.
Well, it is a 1 block wide gap.
But like other spaces you'd think would work like that in those games don't. Because again, it just wasn't designed with the slide in mind.
You know what? I was talking with a friend about this, but like, you know, it was something I still wish kind of happened with 11 if it got DLC.
Hmm.
Was just early concepts and stuff for like the stages, like an early, like something that lets you play other variants of the stages, but
Alright.
also for no apparent reason, just include Stone Man stage.
Where does the Pippi spawner? Is it seriously all the way back at the start?
Yes. Yes. It's all the way back to the start.
This is kind of... Okay, there it is.
Remember, if you want to, you can game over in this version.
Now we just sit here for a bit.
And you wonder why I don't like playing Mega Man 2.
No, I agree with you. Mega Man 2 is kind of a terrible game.
It is an awful game. It is. Even the Wily Wars version, even though it is put together better than the original, is still held together with bubblegum and tissues.
It's just like... Man, why did you keep all the things that people didn't like about this, you know?
I get the entire reasoning. It's supposed to be the exact same game, but now it's on a newer gen console, so that way people who have a Genesis can play Mega Man games. Just make an original Mega Man title, goddamn you! Castlevania was doing it. If Konami can make an original game for this system, so can you. I was gonna say you might want to refill item 3.
Screw it.
Like, my problem with the first Wily Wars is, while I think it's got the better weapon selection overall compared to 4, 5, and 6, because I still will question how Wily Tower's balancing is going to be in 4, 5, and 6, I will fully state I prefer those as games, but this with weapons. And that is the only reason I am willing to go through Mega Man 2 again.
I think they should make the new Wily Tower playable with just charge kick.
I mean, technically you can.
Also,
Technically you would be able to.
if you haven't played the demo, like all the bosses got like actually like unique animated intros now.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
also, they kept the thing about Taco Trash from 4, where it was his secret drill bomb weakness.
Also, Mecha Dragon is actually weak to atomic fire, not quick boomerang, but who uses that?
No one, because fuck that.
Would you use atomic fire?
Because it does more damage.
But quick boomerang's fast.
The strategy, the thing I've seen speedrunners do is when they're in this section, they'll charge the atomic fire so they get the shot off to instantly drain a shit ton of his HP, and then finish it off with quick boomerang because it's just faster. Oh,
It's
so this
a
sprite is just ugly. It's shit.
it's a Dargon. It's a Dragodon. It's a Venusaur.
The amount of
Right.
times I had to fight this thing and make a good Mega Man level
It's
really
it-
reminded me of just how kind of poorly constructed this thing is as a concept.
it's Colonel Sanders reincarnated as a hydrogen blimp.
I wish as a joke, somebody brought the Mecha Dragon back in a game with a sharp weapon. And if you shot it with the sharp weapon, it would just one-hit kill it, because it's a fucking balloon at the end of the day.
Should be able to do that with Metal Blade.
Anyway, okay, I should refuel item 1, because item 3 is officially not useful anymore.
Not true. Boo Beam.
Yeah, but
You can
like,
use it in Boo Beam's room. Yes, you can technically use item 1 as well, but you have options. Oh, so, for the love of God, just make a save state when you get to Boo Beam's room. So if you mess up, you can just save, you can just load state.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Because I don't think any of us want to watch you grind in that one stage for weapon energy.
Also, this version of Mega Man 2, the Mega Man 2 like, Fortress theme is just good. Like, I don't actually hate listening to this version.
3's is better.
Time stopper. Now we just gotta wait for that to run out.
Man, it's only as if it should have had the ability to be turned off and on again. And that a certain Atari D-Make gave it that buff. Seriously, if you ever consider playing Mega Man 2, just go get Atari D-Make. It may look worse, but goddamn it plays a hell of a lot better.
Alright, this boss is weak to Bubble Lead. And yes, it's Bubble Lead, not Bubble Let. Like, the few times that Bubble Man has been voiced, he calls out his weapon as Bubble Lead. You can't argue with me on this one.
Yeah, because it leads you to where the traps are.
You know what? You know it's still going to be funny to me? People who like make fun of like Mega Man 5 and the Game Boy just because like one of the weapons is called Salt Water.
And it's a good damn weapon.
It's just funny to me.
Like, I will fight people on that. You're right. Neptune has one of the best weapons on that game.
Also, hi, Oldman. I didn't. Where did you get it?
Okay, but if you're a big enough Mega Man fan that you're playing Mega Man Game Boy games, then I think you should be used to the funny names.
I mean, here's the thing though. The other weapons on the Game Boy games aren't even that weird.
It's like more people are like questioning the logic of like, oh no, you just got a gun that shoots seawater at people. How does this damage anything?
High water pressure.
What makes it more weird is, isn't it technically Mercury's weakness?
No, Mercury's weakness is black hole.
Oh, right. It just no, that's a side weakness. That's what it was. He has a side weakness to salt water.
Here's another, like, not very well-known Mega Man thing. There's this enemy in this stage that only appears in this stage. Big Fish. Real Big Fish.
You can't kill it.
You cannot kill him, but he's destructible with Crash Bomb.
In the NES version, you can kill it with Quick Boomerang.
If, for whatever reason, you wanted to kill it, you can shoot a Crash Bomb at it.
But don't, because the very next stage requires Crash Bomb.
Yeah, you don't want to use your crash bombs.
That's like the one problem I have with this fortress. It's like, normally in the fortress, you want to use your weapon, but it's like, no, you don't want to touch Crash Bomb with a 9-foot pole.
I honestly don't mind that too much, because Crash Bomb is just kind of a shitty weapon.
Well, yeah, but it's like, if Crash Bomb was an actually good weapon, then that would be even more annoying. It's like, oh, now I can't use a good weapon because I need it for a certain boss. And like, yeah, generally a Mega Man fan will keep the weapons they need for the weaknesses.
Yeah, but if you're playing it blind, you don't know that until you get there, and it's like, oh, whoops, I have to reset, or...
Game over, which, thank God, Wily Wars lets you keep your E-tanks when you game over in 2.
Feel the wrath
Not a
of
compliment.
feel the
Oh,
wrath. Feel the wrath of my fingernails.
I thought you were gonna bubble let it to death.
No, like Bubble Lead takes like 10 shots to kill that thing. Are you kidding me?
I know, that was gonna be the joke, was are you gonna shoot it 10 times? Why is his jaw like that? I don't know if anyone else saw that, but his jaw was like lacking. Yeah, why is your jaw messed up?
Ate a rock.
His jaw was like lagging behind the rest of his sprite.
Yeah, it got detached from the rest of his skull.
I probably wouldn't do this, but you know what's like a thing I really heavily wanted to put in like Singularity for like the longest time?
What?
You know how in Mega Man 1, where like, really not Mega Man 1, Powered Up, where Dr. Wily is like flipping out and like asking how you could have possibly defeated him, right?
Yeah.
I very much wanted Mega Man to have like a serious response to that and be like, I have a gun.
I have a Mega Buster.
I have a gun.
That's like the TF2 joke that I saw on Lazy Purple's video when he did Engineer, and it was like, what happened? He's like, he kills the scout. The scout's like, what happened? He's like, I have a shotgun.
I never remember where the gap on the floor is for that one specifically.
It's right before the ladder. Like, it's like a block or two right before the ladder. I only remember it because, well, I actually went and used Bubble and recently played through 2.
That's why they gave you the bubble lead. That's why they call it bubble lead.
I wanted to grab the ladder there. I call shenanigans.
This is why you never jump off a ladder when you know the next floor is going to drop you on a spike pit.
You know, it's like, one of the most cursed things I've ever come across on YouTube?
What?
Someone did, like, a We Are Number One cover of, like, the Fanboy and Chum Chum theme.
I still want to do that joke, but it's just Gemini Man. Because he's the perfect person to do that joke with, because he literally creates copies of himself.
Leaf Shield.
God, you're an impatient son of a bitch.
Leaf Shield.
Leaf shield.
Leaf Shield.
Leaf Shield. How you make a barrier that does not break. Balanced. Jewel Satellite.
Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about how, like, Mega Man Maker changed it.
Did they change it in Mega Man Maker?
Yeah, they
I didn't
made
know
it.
it was in the damn game.
They made it so, like, if you summon Leaf Shield while walking, so long as you stay walking, the Leaf Shield won't fire.
Huh.
That's
So,
interesting.
so,
returns to adult self, doesn't it?
yeah. So if you stop moving and then you press forward again, then it launches forward. But this does mean that you can keep the Leaf Shield on you and then just fire it upward at any time.
I guess that works as a balance change, because you're already in motion. It's more like, oh, hey, Mega Man's actually keeping up with it. I feel like I would change it to where the second you stopped, it would automatically launch it, because it's more like the idea was...
that doesn't
it
work
was
anymore.
always-
Okay.
Oh, did you try the atomic fire thing?
Yeah.
Because I think the Sniper Joe's AI is slightly modified from the original. Because they don't immediately shoot when they spawn in this. They're actually slightly modified. Because, yeah, another reason why this stage sucks. It's just a royal pain in the ass. I know. No, let's put 4 Sniper Joes before the boss fight. 2 of them in mech suits. Like, I'll defend Sniper Joes till the end of days, because I love those things, but, like, God, that room is, like, the biggest example of how not to use them.
I'm using E-Tanks on this because if the game doesn't want me to have fun, I'm not gonna let the game, like, just do whatever, you know?
I said you should have... I still think you should have made a save state right before entering the boss room, in case you somehow messed this up. I would have actually shot the block above it, that one, so you could break the wall above it.
What are you talking about?
That one in the corner, if you shot the block generally right above it, you would break not only that wall, but you would break the wall above it.
Yeah. And I'm dead.
Shit.
And now I need to recharge Crash Bomb because, like, Mega Man 2, like, the height of fun, they don't let you pause while your weapons are animating on screen.
Every weapon in 2 has Spark Shock Syndrome.
Mega Man 2, it's a fun game. It's a really fun game. It's the best game ever made.
Anyway, I'm gonna go die for a bit.
Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection outsold Mega Man 11 in a single day, and Mega Man 11 was the first game to ever outsell, like, Mega Man 2 as far as Mega Man games are concerned.
Yeah, that's because Battle Network is just genuinely good. I mean, 11's good too, but I think something deserves to outsell 2.
Yeah, it's like Battle Network is like the single biggest like cash cow out of all the Mega Man franchises. It's just that they made so much shit for Battle Network. It's kind of incredible.
Yeah, I know, it's great. I love it. Except, like, I try to look up, like, merch and stuff, and most of it is, like, really expensive now. So I can't buy, like, everything that exists ever for Battle Network.
Actually, do you know like the Crash Bomb walls stay broken in this version?
I haven't played Wily Wars, so I don't know. And Swindle just left.
Swindle left to go fight the 9th dimensional monkey man.
Well, I hope he has a good time.
Yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest, this is usually where I stop playing Mega Man 2, just because, like, moving isn't fun.
No, it isn't.
Like, if they were going to make it a boss where you absolutely have to use a specific weapon, there should have been a place to recharge before then, you know?
Yeah.
And they did give you, like, a lot of weapon drops over the course of the few stages, but, like, there aren't any of those in this one specifically.
Like, even if they had enemies that went down in, like, 1 or 2 hits, that would be better.
Or just have, like, a spot where a large weapon enemy just, like, respawns, you know?
Yeah. Like, something that makes it so that it's actually plausible to, like, redo this without risking losing a bunch of health.
Also, why are the sniper tools in this purple?
I don't know.
What, was the bright orange not good enough anymore? Come on.
Maybe Wily just gets bored and decides to paint them because he feels like it.
Come on. You are a stupid robot face guy. You're gonna get eaten by an onion. No. Thank you. That's exactly what I got and needed. More extra lives to prolong my suffering.
Yeah, so you can do this again when you lose again.
Okay, I'm calling shenanigans there. Yes, thank you for the small weapon energy.
You're so merciful.
Mega Man 2 sucks so much.
Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Give me that. Don't care, running. Oh, they do stay broken. Oh,
That's good.
there we go. I'm super happy that the Blue Beam Trap is in Mega Man Maker, and people are allowed to use it as a regular enemy.
Just a regular enemy?
Yeah.
Like a boss?
Like there's a controller, and there's like a Blue Beam controller object that you can put into a room to make it act as a boss, but otherwise it's a normal enemy.
Why?
Because Mega Man Maker has the best ideas
Is
to
it
be
ever
on
used,
this.
is it ever used in a way that's like actually good?
I mean, I wouldn't know. Considering, like, you can, like, manually set weaknesses and immunities, and by default they don't have those, you know? Oh boy. It's that part where we had to fight all the guys again.
At least you don't have to fight Boobing again.
Ah, who am I kidding? I'm never going to use Atomic Fire. See, this is exactly why I don't really like using weaknesses the first time around, because, like, this is almost a constant thing with, like, Mega Man games, is that the bosses just sort of get melted by their weaknesses, you know?
Yeah, that's why they're weaknesses.
I mean, yeah, sure. But at the same time, I don't like how, like, some of them completely make the boss almost totally helpless, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I honestly, like, really like some of Mega Man 8's weaknesses for this, because, like, there's actually, like, a tactical reason some of them are weak to the weapon that they're weak to. Like Tengu Man, like, his tornado hold, you can freeze that with, like, Ice Wave. And because he has to land to fire that, that's a perfect chance to counterattack him, you know?
Yeah. So I do think the weaknesses being like they are probably help out like little kids who are struggling with the game for like people who are just really bad at it.
Yeah. I give it
I
that.
can see it being useful in that, but like you also don't have to use the weaknesses. So if you think it makes it too easy, then you don't really have to use them.
Yeah. It's like a very specific to me nitpick that really doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
I love this fact. I love that Metal Man just sort of does this. Just look at it.
I'm still waiting for my stream to get there.
He's like, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
He doesn't know what to do without the treadmill.
You know, a really nice attention to detail that they did change here is like he's actually trying to back up instead of like running towards you like in the original. It's a really tiny change to its walk cycle, but it makes it make a ton more sense, you know?
Yeah.
Metal Man's so threatening. Oh no, it is Flashman, the guy who can stop time. Whatever shall I do other than sit here and shoot him a bunch? I'm still, like, kind of, like... I wouldn't say mad, but, like... Flashman's death scene in Super Adventure Rockman makes no sense whatsoever.
Wait, what was it again?
Mega Man has a moment where he's, like, doing, like, the, you know, fighting blind, because Flashman's power essentially lets him, like, from the perspective of others, teleport from place to place, right? Like, so Mega Man does, like, this has this moment where he, like, closes his eyes and listens for whatever, like, even though that doesn't make any sense in this context. And then throws a metal blade precisely where Flashman is going to be. But again, this doesn't make any sense, because this would imply that Flashman, like, unstopped time while he was stupidly in front of a metal plane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, excuse me? that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe he can only stop time for like a short period of time and he wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
It's like,
Like that
no.
seems like something that would be easy to avoid.
Huh? They changed that, huh?
They change. Oh.
Well, like, the crash bomb trick still works, it's just I completely screwed it up and he only got hit twice. and this is another thing that I like don't quite like about Mega Man 2 is like the wily machine here just isn't interesting. Like I'd argue like even Mega Man 1's wily machine was a better fight than this, you know? Honestly, I think overall my favorite wily machines are probably Mega Man 9's. Mega Man 9 and Power Up, honestly.
Which one was Mega Man 9's again?
Yeah, it's the big stompy dinosaur thing.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mega Man 10 is just like randomly he has a pirate ship.
Sure, why not? I mean, pirates are associated with skulls.
Like I was talking, like I was like playing it the other day, and someone was like commenting, like, why isn't Pirate Man one of like the weapon archive things? You know, because like there isn't any like Mega Man base references in that game. And in that video, I was like arguing with them, like, if they included that, that would throw off like the clean sets of 3 the bosses in that stage have, you know?
Yeah. Well, they can add some more obscure bosses.
Hello, person.
Hi.
Shoot. Big spaceship. Oh, I'm realizing this is just kind of terrible because I literally cannot throw the Metal Blade diagonal with this keyboard.
Wait, you're playing with the keyboard?
Yeah.
Oh. I could not tell.
Alright, let's do this again, just less sucking. They also changed Flashman's AI so that he jumps when you press the shoot button and not when he gets hit.
Really?
Yeah. Which is a strange change. I mean, I guess it makes sense. A ton of other Robot Masters have that behavior. But it just feels odd because I'm used to him being a reactive kind of fight, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like, the thing I was saying before is, like, this keyboard has, like, an input limit where I can only, like, at most hold down 2 buttons.
That's annoying.
It is a little bit. No, man, he's gonna get you, he's gonna get you, he's gonna get you.
He's gonna get you.
Like, I kind of have, like, this love-hate relationship with Metal Blade because, A, it's a terrible weapon because of how poorly balanced it is, but that very same thing kind of saves you at the end of the game where the game stops being a game. It's like, hey, it's like, the game was like, it's taunting you. It's like, hey, you remember how all those other stages were fun up until this point? Screw you. We're gonna... That's not what I wanted. And kablam. Hello. Gonna slap you in the face. Okay, it worked there. That's really strange. We got... Man, I love how that's just a that's a huge blind spot in Airman's AI. He's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand here. You know, it's a weird thing that I keep, like, coming back to is, like, for whatever reason, I keep rewatching this one video essay on why Security Breach is a terrible game.
I think I know the one you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, come on.
But I've seen
Yeah.
it in like my recommendations.
We're gonna just blast him. We're just gonna blast him.
Blast them.
We're gonna start blasting. We're gonna explode into rainbow confetti. When the world was like the Wily machine, like lead to other than atomic fire.
I don't remember. Could look it up.
Oh, come on. Slap. There we go.
Yeah, just atomic fire and crash bomb.
Fly. This trick still works, by the way. Oh no, he was an alien the whole time. Ah!
Who would have thought?
Who could have possibly have foreseen this outcome? Water. I keep hearing this fight with Wily turning into an alien, in the alien form specifically being weak to water, was like a movie reference, but I don't know if the timeline matches up for that to be the case.
Movie.
Whatever. I don't remember I don't remember the title. Long story short, alien invasion, they can turn invisible by camouflage and their skin melts on contact with water. I remember that much.
Um,
And like everyone like thought this movie was like the dumbest thing because if like these aliens are like weak to water, why are they invading a planet that's mostly water?
Because they want a challenge.
It's like rain is going to destroy you. That's like a human being trying to invade a planet where it rains glass.
Yeah. Like, at least come up with some, like, protective gear or something. That way you're not being exposed to it.
Everyone's...
Are you telling me Dr. Wily wasn't an alien this entire time?
I kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just... I remember, like, really liking this ending when the first time I saw it, you know?
Nice.
But I couldn't tell you why, though. Because, again, that's a really foggy, distant memory there. Well, this is just wonderful.
But
No, it's funny. Like, the entire reason I started this is just, again, my sister requested this, and I'm like... She's apparently telling, like, literally everyone who will listen that I exist.
that's cute.
There's Vecavir 2. Everyone got melted. They all lived happily ever after as like this giant metal lasagna.
Mega Man 2, the best game of all time.
It is certainly a video game.
It sure is.
It is a video game. Oh boy, how long has this been going?
Like 2 hours or 3 hours.
Okay, that explains why I'm feeling weird. I need to like get another soda in me. Give me a minute.
You're good.
Okay, it saved there. weird. At least leave it here in the stage select. Let me. Oh, just. I like Pepsi, and if you don't like Pepsi, that's okay, I guess. I'm not going to start an argument over soda.
Pepsi's good.
Yeah. There we go.
Feeling better?
Let me think here. I usually start with Gemini Man, actually. What do you think?
It's up to you.
Let's go fight Gemini Man, because, like, I want his toothpaste laser. That's like one I will actually like. You can't tell me that the Gemini laser didn't at least look sort of toothpastey in some things, you know?
Yeah, it does. Did they fix the slowdown in this game?
Yeah, they did. Gemini laser doesn't lag anymore,
Awesome.
which, you know, can be a bad thing, because it means the .quick doesn't lag anymore.
Yeah, but it also makes it more usable in more situations.
I like how no one, not even, like, people who've, like, officially worked with Capcom and, like, looked at Mega Man 3's story, have any idea what Gemini Man stage is supposed to be.
Isn't it like another planet?
Like, yeah, that's the story in the original, like, NES release, but that's been, like... The canonicity of that has been debated, you know?
Yeah. It just gives me sort of like space vibes.
Also, I'm not sure if I like this tile set more or less than the original.
I think it's alright. I mean, it's not too different.
Yeah. Mostly just replacing all the red with green, and
Yeah.
it's nice. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's not bad.
Rush Coil. Because this is the game where Dr. Light was like, maybe I shouldn't have like this actual child fighting an entire army alone. I mean, I realize it was like a much more serious conversation, but like that still it's at least a little funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to, really.
Run around at the speed of bacon grease. Because bacon grease is the fastest of all greases. You can fact check me on that.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't work anymore. Good to know. You're being attacked by all the things all the time.
I looked up fast as grease, and they're all for like cars and machines.
I'm correct by default by the logic that no one can prove me wrong.
Yeah. Well, none of these even talk about bacon grease, so you could be right.
Oh no! It's time for the world's most dangerous game of jump rope. Oh boy. Like, Gemini Man's fight still lags, but I don't know how you would fix that given this, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can move smoother than a buttered shoe down a flight of stairs. Please don't ask, because I don't know either. I just sort of say stuff. I have gained the ability to perform laser eye surgery. Just don't think about it too hard.
You can aim for the eyes.
This is the only time where I'm like, we're gonna say the original NES version is probably better than this, as far as music is concerned. Like, this version of Sandman's theme isn't bad per se. It feels slightly off somehow, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same punch to it.
Okay, I should have known better than to use Gemini Laser in a room like this. I'm not sure why they gave you 2 large health capsules there. It seems like weirdly generous.
Maybe because a lot of people go to this level first, so they wanted to make it slightly easier. I
Huh.
don't know.
Okay, that bounce is slightly different now. Big giant snake over there. It's the same fight again. Like, I don't mind it, but like, I don't know. It feels like there should be ways that you can make Big Snake more interesting as an enemy, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so that guy can land with like a pixel of like room on a platform, but I can't. I'm calling Again, I'm calling shenanigans.
Calling Dr. Wily on him.
I still stand by, like, my interpretation that this stage was just like a normal factory where Snake Man showed up and just filled it with snakes.
Would not put it past him.
It used to be a normal factory until it was filled with snakes, and now it's a snake factory because it's full of snakes.
They're home now. Except I don't know what kind of factory this is. Unless it's like a cloud factory or something.
Yeah, Snake Man. I'm sorry, I saw it recently, so my brain is just filled with, like, that one game, the No Snake Motel.
The what?
The No Snakes Motel. Totally, like, 100% guaranteed no snakes in this hotel.
There better not be any snakes in that motel.
There aren't any snakes in the hotel, that's the entire point. You read the site, the snakes, no snakes at all. Zero snakes. Negative amounts of snakes. I don't know why they decided, like, the weapon select should use, Mega Man's default color palette. But it's a thing.
Weird. Why did they do that?
I don't know. It means that brush is blue on the weapon select.
He just opened the door for you. Now you want back out? What are you doing? Come on. That is being picky.
Onwards. Okay, this is one thing I will disagree with Smith on, is like, I just love this version of the theme.
Interesting.
What?
Is this? Sounds faster than the original.
Like, the original version already had, like, the sort of rockish vibe to it, and they kind of leaned into it more for this one, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad here. Are you kidding me?
Remember to use your weapons, because they're good. Like,
Keep opening the door for you.
I would consistently say, like, Mega Man 3 has a really good weapon set.
Yeah, it does. And then it has Spark Shock.
Yeah. I don't know if they fixed Spark Shock in this. I'd have to double check that, because I know they fixed it in the Game Boy. But... Snakes! There's snakes everywhere! They gave me a gun that fires snakes!
I think that would be pretty cool to have in real life.
I was hated the placement of this guy in particular.
Yeah.
Also, Top Man Stage just feels like a real location now than it just like random like grass place it was before. And like if you're if you go in and getting the stage names from like the names of like the music tracks, because they do have names, doesn't help either. Because in this specific instance, Top Man's track is labeled Spinning Greenhouse.
I like the aesthetic upgrade in this level. It's really nice. Like, I think the grays and the green go good together really well.
I keep bringing up with Swindle, like, how horrible would a fusion between Snake Man and Hornet Man actually be?
Smart.
Hmm? I keep forgetting, like, who gives you, like, the, brush adapters in this game.
I don't remember.
Classic me fashion. I fell in the hole right at the end of the level. Heck yeah. I also really like Top Man's graphical upgrade here. Like if Topspin didn't feel dangerous before, it does now, doesn't it?
A really nice effect.
I stole his juice. Let me think here. Yeah. Hey, look, it's Swindle's favorite robot master. Always, like, Manic Man's theme always sounded, like, weirdly cheery. Not like I'm complaining, it's not a bad theme, but, like, still. Also, I don't know how you feel about this Proto Man resprite, because, like, the original version of the game, they just recolored Proto Man's 8-bit sprite, but this version actually put in, like, new ones.
Oh, they redid it?
Yeah. It's not bad, it's just like they have to draw him crouched down because they can't change, like, the sprite size, you know?
Oh, so he's still really tiny.
He's small, but, like, he doesn't look terrible now.
It definitely looks a lot better than the original version of Wily Wars.
Snake
Like,
Gun.
it still looks awkward, but they couldn't really do anything about that.
Yeah. I also just really like how Topspin looks now. And, like, it actually has a sound effect associated with it now as well.
Nice.
Okay, give me a second. I know I don't have to do that, I just like spinning.
Spin is fun.
I always kind of dislike this bit right here, though, because, like, why would you do this? Why would you combine Yoku blocks with a giant magnet?
To make it difficult.
The change I will not agree with here. Magnet Missile. Magnet Missile got nerfed.
What did they do to it?
In the original Mega Man 3, there are sprites in the game that go unused for, like, Magnet Missile actually having, like, a turning animation. They re-implemented that here.
Oh, so it's slower?
Yeah, it doesn't instantly snap to 90-degree turns like it did before. This means that Magnet Missile is now terrible at tagging fast-moving targets.
That's upsetting.
It's like not an intentional nerf, but it's something, you know? And I think that also kind of indirectly, like, nerfs Magnet Man himself here, because, like, this fight was already easy, but now it just feels like there's no threat at all, you know?
Yeah.
Not for lack of trying on Magnet Man's part, though.
So, or is Ice supposed to flicker like that when he does the magnetism?
Yeah, he's actually, his eyes, like, are rapidly flashing in white and yellow when he's doing that. So I don't know if that's capturing correctly. Just because of how rapid of an effect it is. He sort of did that in his original fight, just minus the yellow because of, like, the limited color palette.
Mm-hmm. It just looks kind of weird on here compared to the original.
Yeah. Oh, okay, here's a funny thing when I was, like, messing around with this game, like, by using, like, the weapons outside of their respective games. You know, like, the little parachute guys that exist in this level, right?
Yeah.
They exist on screen at all times, it turns out. They're just invisible until you walk under them to trigger their attack. And this means that if you know where they are, you can snipe them out of the air with Metal Blade before they're even get a chance to do anything.
Huh. I guess that kind of makes sense for a ninja level. But still, that's kind of a weird way to program it.
I think it's like that specifically because, like, Magnet Missile locks onto, like, visible sprites. And it's just a convenient way to have, like, an enemy in a place where, like, the player might not be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Or keep the gotcha moment there, but, like, because they didn't expect it to have Metal Blade, it just sort of completely breaks the whole thing. You know, the weirdest thing is, like, all the bosses actually have, like, damage data and, like, weaknesses in the other game's weapon sets. Which is strange. You know?
Really?
Yeah, like, Metal Man does actually, like, die in 3 hits to, like, Rolling Cutter.
Huh. Maybe they originally planned something more.
Like, as you might expect, Woodman is also weak to, like, Firestorm.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a really, really interesting thing, is that, Big Man 2 guys actually share, like, weakness pools with, like, their Doc Robot counterparts. So, like, Spark Shock still hurts, it still works on Airman.
Nice.
Hello, Ninja Dude. I'm not gonna fight fair because you don't. I fought Shadow Man like Buster only like twice, and I am not doing that again. I'm sorry, that's just no. No, then again, Shadow Man specifically, it's just I don't like RNG based fights. I don't like RNG based anything, come to think.
That's fair.
Why did Shadow Man give you Rush Marine?
I don't know.
Look, that just seems like a strange one to me, you know?
I guess because he has something that resembles water in his level.
Hi, Dewey. I swear, this cat looks constantly concerned. It's like she's not even trying, she just has the facial structure of, like, a worried person, you know?
Mood.
Now, Shadow Blade is a multi-directional weapon I really like.
Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon.
It's got the same kind of, like, power behind it that made Metal Blade good without it being completely overpowered.
Yeah, I think it has a nice balance to it.
You know, decent ammo consumption. You know, there's a limiting factor in the fact that Boomerang's back. That's not what I wanted. Well, he died anyway, but oh well.
Like, it's good in a lot of situations, but it doesn't, like, replace your Buster completely like Metal Blade kinda does.
I love that one drop, just because it's like the subtlest joke in Mega Man history.
What happened?
That drop early that you make in the middle of the stage. If you're paying attention, there's signs on the walls that tell you what floor you're on. And you go from floor 3, and you fall all the way down to basement 10.
I never noticed that.
And you're just fine. And
Mega Man should.
if people like wonder like why I'm like, yeah, Mega Man could just totally throw himself off of a silver-story tall building and be okay, that's why.
Yeah, I think he should make like a cartoon splat noise. Be completely fine.
Wait, what am I doing? It's Sparkman. Don't need weapons to fight Sparkman. Hey, another thing, have you seen, like, Mega Man X, like, Innocent Impulse, that fan game?
No.
like they bring back like the hologram like computer thing from Extreme as like a plot point, like, and you can use it to refight fast Mavericks. It's really neat because like it's not like just a plain refight. No, it's like implying that all the Mavericks you defeated have like been digitized and turned into like training programs, and they're aware of that. In the time that they've spent in the mother computer, they've actually learned how to use their powers better than they did before.
Huh. That's interesting.
And like for the most part, most of the guys you refight don't seem to really have any real issue with that. Like Gravity Wheel's there, he's like he understands like why you needed to take him down, and he's not really all that upset about it, really. Like, the one scary thing about that is you get to fight Spark Mandrill again, and you're like, oh boy, it's Spark Mandrill. This guy, he's not threatening enough. And then he just starts using the charge shot version of his weapon.
That's great.
You thought this was going to be easy. No. No.
I respect that.
Magnet Missile is still useful here, at least. Magnet Missile still tries to tag projectiles, though. That's such a, like... Why does it do that, you know? Oh boy. Just a second. That's not... Okay, apparently I'm just going to be permanently animated now, because, like, the air fryer thing's going. I don't know if anyone could, like, hear that. Because, like, clearly my mic's picking up something, right?
I can't hear it, but I can see it on the screen.
Yeah. Gemini laser. It's fun.
It is fun.
Okay, now here's the real test here. Nope, I still can't pause with that on screen. Oh well. I keep thinking, like, main series Wily would probably have an absolute stroke if you met, like, Ruby Spears Wily.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell if, like, Ruby Spears Wily is, like, competent or just kind of completely bonkers, you know? Because, like,
Can be both.
he builds, like, some insane crap. Like, how do you just casually build, like, a machine to go inside people's dreams and crap, you know? And this is, like, Ruby Spears, he isn't on a budget or anything, right? Like, he's not, like... I keep trying to, like, reason this out, and it's, like, stupid, because it's, like, a dumb, like, it's the Ruby Spears Mega Man, it's just a dumb cartoon that, like, literally ran off, like, a Monster of the Week kind of, like, style structure with, like, Wily just doing crap. but even then, you know. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah, I don't think the Ruby Spears cartoon ever cared about like logic or real life in any sort of way.
That's kind of like both the good and more bad part about it, because it's just A, that ridiculous, and B, it's just it's funny to
What makes it
it's funny to watch it.
entertaining.
It's funny to watch it just kind of try to do something, but then it kind of implodes on itself every time it tries to resemble actual Mega Man.
Yeah, it's not something you want to go to if you're looking for something like loyal to the actual games, but it can be entertaining.
Yeah. Like, see, like, look. What weapon select here? Rush is blue! He's blue!
Why would they make him blue?
Alright, here's another one of the few places I think where Spark Shock's actually helpful. Yes. The only good use of Spark Shock. Paralyzing a monkey.
Did they fix it?
No, they didn't.
Dang, that sucks.
I like how Spark Shock just has a ton of ammo, like they knew you weren't going to use it. Well, I got through that a lot faster than I thought it was going to. I like using Needle Cannon against Proto Man. I know it's not like an actual weakness, but it helps me like just get through it faster because I don't have to keep mashing shoot.
Yeah.
Like Swindle swears that Needle Cannon is a good weapon, but I can hardly ever find any excuse to use the darn thing.
I mean, it's not like a terrible weapon, but it doesn't really do much your Buster can't do besides like the auto fire.
I'm like convinced that Hardman here has to at least be like slightly based on a cement mixer. I mean, I'm not the only one seeing that, right? Like his body shape is just a cement mixer, right?
No, I get where you're coming from. So I'm pretty sure the original like fan-made design was based off of like a press.
Mhm. I'm kind of sad that they removed like the random out of nowhere noise that he makes when he's using the press attack, though.
Yeah.
It's just like that doesn't feel as like punchy as it did before, you know. I got the rocket launcher. Also, really small thing, but I do very much enjoy how they skip like the Dog Robot like stage transition here. I'm gonna be completely honest, like, I think just having to sit here on the stage select and having to watch it change before it's like on stage is one of like the many things that make this game feel like it was overstaying its welcome near the end.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Style. It slaps. And I pressed jump there and it didn't jump. Now I'm in the hole and I gotta do this bit again. Okay, hold on. That thing died in 2 hits to magnet missile, right? Why didn't the other one do that?
Good question.
Stop the thing. Go through the door using top spin for cool points. You know, I think my favorite trick with that is like in Mega Man 6, if you go through the door using the power actor's punch, the enemy punch, it just loops that animation.
Really?
Yeah, it's the goofiest looking thing ever. Because how the boss door transitions work is that they just move you forward while like looping whatever animation state you're in,
Mm-hmm.
which leads to things where you can top spin through doors, you can walk backwards through doors if it's an ice stage, things like that.
Yeah.
I just don't think anyone accounted for someone trying to punch the door. Like, I guess granted, like, ordinarily who goes around punching doors, but still, this is a video game. People are going to do that. The sad reality of video games is that you have to plan for every possible outcome, even the crap that you didn't plan for.
Uh-huh.
How are you supposed to plan for something that you didn't plan for? Who cares? You do it anyway. Okay, I thought I was dead there. Holy crap. Super Snake Gun. Also, you'll be happy to know that Wily Wars actually fixed the Bubble Man bug.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so you can't just stand on like a rush jet or like use rush marine to completely break Duck Bubble's fight.
Dang.
It's kind of sad, but like at the same time, like it's a logical thing to fix. Also, I just like Doc Robot as a concept. I genuinely feel like this wasn't the best use of his character, you know?
Yeah, it really could have been executed better.
Like, the thing I keep seeing people do is just completely remix this fight, where he just uses the weapons in a new way.
Also, I know this is Mega Man, but like I think there's a lot of narrative potential to like shoving a bunch of different robot masters into one body and having them just figure it out.
Yeah. Also, here it's doing that thing again where I really like that these platforms are justified by like environmental objects. Like these are just cogs for like machines in the background.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like a really small thing that like they really didn't need to go through the trouble of like doing that, but they did it anyway.
They're updating the graphics anyway, so why not?
I mean, that was how it was in the original NES version too. Super Snake Gun. I'd play a game called Super Snake Gun. What about you?
Yeah, I think it would be a fun gimmick.
Fun fact, if you're going by the damage data charts in this game specifically, Middleman and Middleman and Macman are like mutually weak to each other.
Makes sense.
Again, you gotta be careful here, because like Magnet Missile and its insistence on trying to track projectiles. I'm sorry, I remember watching like Swindle have an absolute mental breakdown playing like the level nobody asked for in the Make a Good Mega Man level contest.
Really?
Like, I don't
What
remember.
was that again?
It's the one that opens with a boss intro that tells you you're going to be fighting Spike Wallman.
Oh yeah, that one.
I love how they went out of their way to use like things that people dislike and actually made a good stage out of it.
Yeah.
No, eating. I'm not dying to this stupid fight. Just Quickman again with a bigger hitbox does not make a good fight.
No.
Another like really small difference that I kind of like here. It's like it's stated that Needleman is ironically kind of scared of needles and like punctures and crap. And You'll note that the original version of his stage did not have a single spike hazard in it. And here, he's not here anymore, and that there's actually spike picks installed this time.
You're made out of needles, and you see firsthand the kind of damage they can do. I think you would be a little scared of them too. Or maybe you would embrace it, but I don't think Neva Man is that kind of guy.
Okay, quick question. And this never made sense. Why is Airman weak to spark shock? Because I could never reason that out myself.
That's a good question.
He still has that unavoidable pattern. That's fun, right? Yeah, really haven't been using anything else. Might as well. Jump over the thing. I don't like that. Like, this entire part of the stage just feels like someone ran out of ideas. Oh boy. No. How's about you don't? Really? Just learning about all sorts of weird enemy immunities today.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight the Crashman. Fun fact, his weakness this time is topspin. Yeah, this feels like a terrible idea, doesn't it? If you don't feel like getting your face exploded off, hard knuckle also works, kind of, if you can hit him with it.
Did they keep the top man glitch?
Which one is it?
Where like if you use top spin while they have the iframes, it just wastes all the ammo?
That still happens sometimes, but it feels like a lot bit well put together. Like, it doesn't do that as often. It's not as easy to have that occur. Because it also seems to take into account whether or not you have iframes at the moment now. Like, you'd have to be intentionally trying to get that to happen, you know?
Yeah.
It's this thing. No. That's what more no. of course. I kind of miss the goofy noise that these things made in the original version.
They not make the noise.
No, they don't. Huh. I just thought there should be something over there, you know?
Yeah, it looks like the place they would be hiding something.
Oh boy, a singular use for needle cannon. Gotta go fight Duck Flash again. Here we go. He's a thing. I don't know if the bug, or not really a bug, like a thing they forgot to change. Okay, no. Because, like, if you recall, like, original Mega Man 3, they made a small mistake where they kept, like, the Japanese version of, like, Flashman's pattern in.
I didn't know there were different patterns.
Yeah, like, Rockman 2 Flashman actually has, like, a much wider spray on his attack. The point where sometimes his shots are almost vertical. And in the original Mega Man 3, they accidentally kept, like, the, Rockman 2 Flashman pattern instead of, like, the American Mega Man 2 pattern. Which means that, for some players, that fight's just randomly harder than the original. I guess Spark Shot can be useful here simply because these enemies are on a generator. Stop one enemy, stop the generator, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, you have to do it, like, actually intelligently, and not like that. Well, this one... forget. This one's gonna be needle cannon, right? Oh no, that doesn't sound right. I mean, I know Spark Shock works, but I don't know if it, like, their quote-unquote true weaknesses ever really overlap like that, you know? Because, like, I know, like, Duckwood and Duckquake both have the secondary weakness to Search Stick, right? Well, actually, I guess maybe they would overlap then, because, like, Duckwood's actual weakness is Needle Cannon. You saw me just use that on Duck Flash, so... Eh. Weird game's weird, moving on. I don't know how I feel about this thing in particular. This whole, like, mid-stage with Breakman. Like, I'm kind of glad they didn't get him a full level, because that would have definitely been too much. But at the same time, it feels strange to just fight him, you know?
Yeah, like, kind of forget about it, because it's just the same fight as, like, the other times, except you have to do it with the Buster.
It's just so weird. And also, though, I feel like Sprite here is horrible. Like, genuinely terrible. Oh no! It's Dr. Wily. Who could have foreseen this? Who could have foreseen this at all? I couldn't tell you what it is, but I've just always kind of liked this particular Wily Fortress. Well, maybe 3 and 4, like, always been kind of like my favorites of the original NES games. Like, Mega Man 4, I feel like, would I be often saying, like, Mega Man 4 is probably, like, the more well-liked game?
Yeah.
Like, sorry. Sorry, I couldn't really hear you. You ended up breaking up there.
Oh, sorry. Saying a lot of people like Mega Man 4.
Like, I kind of wish we could get more than just, like, basic references to classic existing, you know?
Yeah, like, I think he should definitely be a more important character.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, hey, Rooster, I ended up having to, like, take a minute, because, like, I realized that I had, like, any sugar for, like, the entirety of this stream. So I had to stop and get up and get a soda. Hmm? Yeah, I will. I'm getting pretty close to where I was going to plan to stop anyway. Like, it's just the Mega Man 3 Fortress. It's like, how many stages was it again? Because, like, I remember this thing, it's super long, right?
4 stages.
Fun fact, you don't actually have to fight that boss. That boss's health drains on its own over time. Shooting the turtles just speeds it up.
Oh, wow.
Like, so you can just win that fight without firing a single shot. Of course, you have to constantly dodge Turbo Turtle the entire time, so, like, whether or not that's worth it is debatable. Is Mega Man super fighting robot with an awkward pause. The awkward pause enhances the flavor. I'm not gonna bother refilling Rush Marine because, you know, there's no real point to it. I feel like Rush Brain just keeps, like, being the least useful one just because of the lack of water like, in the games that it's in, you know?
Yeah.
It's super weird. Like, in this game, Shadow Man is the one that has, like, the Rush Marine hid locked behind his fight, but, like, at the same time, it's like, who in the world would be fighting, like, Shadow Man before Gemini, you know? Like, I'm not saying the routes like that don't exist, it's just, like, the vast majority of players aren't going to do that. Oh no! You know, the one moment where this is gonna sound like a really random tangent, but like I really did realize that literally no one who plays video games actually does video game news, and it's like to the point where it's so stupid. Because like I remember like seeing like this one clip where like from like someone was like reviewing Mega Man 11, right? And they were taking a moment to talk about like going through the BIOS pages, and like commenting on just how cool like all these mini bosses look, and they specifically call out like how neat like the mini boss from Torchman stage looks, like the turkey thing, right? The thing is that they call out how look at how cool this flaming ostrich robot is when it says it's a turkey on screen. Like, excuse me. Like, you've lost all the credibility just because you've proven that you cannot read.
Yeah,
You know?
that seems to be a pretty common thing. Which, like, if you're a journalist, you should be able to read. Like, I think that's a prerequisite for the job.
That's almost worse than my grandpa thinking that Arby's should have a vegetarian menu.
It's Arby's.
It's Arby's! I know! Oh, hey, the thing's beeping over here.
I don't know what next. Probably with like your price and so stuff.
I think if you like meant talk to Swindle about this, and it just sort of like he sort of just like summed up as like, yeah, it's a final Wily Fortress. It's supposed to be kind of moody, but like this particular song has always like sounded strangely sad to me.
Really?
Yeah. It's like nothing like super dramatic or anything, but like it still does feel like
I mean, I guess in comparison to, like, the other songs in the game.
yeah. It's like suddenly the soundtrack is taking a turn for the serious, and it's like there's a weird amount of like there's like a feeling of like finality in this one, you know. And like it's not something that all of Mega Man tracks bother to try to do. Also, this still happens, or not. Yeah, like Root Brewster, if you like pushed yourself to the bottom of the ladder here in the original NES game, would just slide off the ladder while still being in a climbing sprite. And I guess Mega Man games didn't know how to build moving platforms. We used the snake gun. Snake gun. I think that's the cleanest fight I've ever had with, like, the hologram Mega.
Nice.
Like, no matter what you do, this fight's annoying. But that was good.
Impressive.
Okay, no, like, let's see if I can't get this to happen here. No, but you saw what I was trying to do. Boss refight time. Heck yeah. Fun fact, again, I pointed this out a few times, but like this is the only Mega Man game where every boss is weak to their own weapon. Yes, even Top Band. Seriously, just mirror match them all. Oh boy. There we go. This is the dumbest way to do these fights, but it's funny every time.
Yeah.
If you thought one Gemini laser was wacky, try two. Is this the most ammo-efficient way to do this? No, it really isn't. I'm doing it anyway because it's fun. There we go. Is it stupid? Yes. Yes, it is. argue this is easier than trying to fight him with his weakness. Like, actual weakness. Here we go. Snake gun duel. Like, again, I feel like Sparkman 2 is easier to fight with his own weapon than his actual weakness. There's no range limit on Spark Shock.
Yeah.
Say what you will about Dr. Wily. His fortresses are always really cool looking.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, we need hard.
Still no budget on.
We need hard knuckle and search snake for this. Might as well refill both of those. Okay, so realistically though, the fastest way to do this fight is just with search snake. You sneak your way in here. And you just do that a whole bunch. Yeah, that's why machine number 3 is super fascinating, fun fight. Super cool. It's a crab. This is like a weird crab thing on stilts I don't understand. Oh boy. It's super weird and ominous that they give you all this crap here, isn't it?
Oh, they're just being nice. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh boy. It's Gamer! Like, realistically, I could do most of this fight without weapons, but... eh. I actually kind of wonder, is, like... I know there's something that hurts him other than top spin. Huh. It really can't just... It's search snake hurts him. Okay. That's stupid. That's actually really dumb. And it's what you're supposed to do. Like, I kind of understand, like, why everyone is, like, super disappointed with this final boss, because you just end him instantly by kicking him in the face. And I don't think I could ever get tired of Proto Man's theme, honestly.
No, it's really good.
I don't know if you knew this, but like in the original Mega Man 3, there was like a glitch where you could hear this entire song early by just pausing before you hit the floor in any of Proto Man's fight rooms.
Yeah. Did they cut that from this version?
Yeah, they did. For this, I think they did. I didn't exactly try to go after it, you know? No! I'll eat when I feel like it. See, that's a trick thing, because, like, I legitimately have trouble, like, discerning hunger. Because, like, sometimes it just doesn't happen. So that's fun, right?
More reason for you to eat something.
Like, sometimes I legitimately just have days where I don't realize I need to eat something before I'm having, like, a massive, like, hunger headache over it.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to force yourself to eat. Just so that you're gonna feel really better on.
This is why you hide a bag of Oreos behind the TV. Because that makes sense, right?
I mean, if that's what you need to do to eat, then yeah.
Yay. You know, like, but now that I know that, like, I can actually do this, we'll probably be back to, like, trying to complete, like, the Mega Man Marathon at some point. Like, I know the next thing we is, like, I end up moving right at the start of, like, ZX, you know? ZX Advent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting, because I've never played Advent before. Like, I haven't even I haven't even seen videos of it. I'm going in as blind as I possibly could be, like, with only, like a handful of glances, like, at, like, a couple wiki pages, because, like, you know how that ends up happening.
Yeah.
You go looking for one piece of information, and you just sort of end up wandering for hours.
See, I feel like a lot of people are split between whether they prefer the first CX or Advent. I think they're both like equally good in slightly different ways. I think it's just up to preference.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad game. Like, I think it's just like the abilities you get that are kind of controversial, but you'll get to that when you play it.
Yeah. Like, the one thing I do know about, like, Advent is, like, Model A and it not being so I'm just being upset about that. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Like, you'd think, given, like, what Model A is in lore, that would resemble more like Model W or, like, something that, like, Prometheus or Pandora had. But no, it doesn't. It just randomly used Axel again. But it's also not
Yeah,
Axel.
it seems like one of those things that was like intentionally a fake out.
It's not even, like, a good fake out, you know?
Model A.
Like, there's better ways to do... There's better ways to do a twist like that.
Just screams Axel and it's like, oh. Yeah, no, generally when you have a fake out, you like have some sort of hint that maybe it's not what you think it is, that maybe you only see in hindsight, but it's there, but this doesn't really have anything like that. It's just like, oh, you thought based on the information you were given.
You know, like... You know, it's actually kind of... You know, it's just some detail that I feel like they missed out on here. Like, they have this scene here where, like, they have all these eyes blinking in the background, and they turn on the lights to reveal, like, everyone in this big group shot. That's really neat. It would have been kind of neat if, like, the eyes actually lined up where wherever it was drawn in that image. But, like...
Yeah. Well, maybe they're all just kind of moving around, trying to get into position. Yeah, that's kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah. So I'm probably just gonna cut this thing here. Get something to eat. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know
I'm
if...
probably gonna go to bed because I have...
Okay. Like, someone remind me to make more, like, emotions to this so it's not just... You know... Oh boy. See you around.
Yeah.